Good evening, viewers, and welcome to Premier Sport Fan Center Live Watch Along Show. And today is the EPL Match Day 11. We see Match Day 11 matches cut across Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday this week feature. Yeah, where yesterday we saw exciting matches played. Two matches. That is where we have Crystal Palace versus Ipswich. It ended 1-0 in favor of Crystal Palace in that encounter. Then we saw Leicester City, Ruud van Nistelrooy. This is fifth match in the EPL with 4 victories and 1 draw, no loss. 4 for Manchester United and 1 for Leicester City. Remember, Ruud van Nistelrooy is the same coach who defeated Leicester City twice, 5-2 and 3-0 when he was Manchester United coach. But yesterday we saw him lead Leicester City through a 3-1 victory over West Ham yesterday. So today we'll be having 6 matches across England. Everton against Wolves, Manchester City against Nottingham Forest, Newcastle against the league leaders Liverpool. Southampton will take on Chelsea, where Arsenal log on against Manchester United. And Aston Villa against Brentford. These 2 matches, Arsenal, Manchester United, Aston Villa, Brentford, we will witness a late start. That is 9:15. But other matches will be played 8:30. And the match is about to commence right now. That is the match between Southampton versus Chelsea. And the match between Newcastle versus Liverpool already have kicked off. Well, I'll not be alone to talk about all the happening in this encounter today. We have with me the big analyst himself, Shegu. You are welcome to the studio.
Good evening, Solomon. Good evening. It's a pleasure back in the studio.
Yeah.
For discussing for the corrections match today in this PL. Just against Southampton, a lot of the Chelsea match ranks a lot of changes. I think about 7 players coming into the starting. We have to look at that's normal Chelsea we're playing in what's it called Conference League. We are seeing tonight a lot of players are in this Chelsea side. That is the likes of João Felix, what's it called Christopher Nkunku, and they have an opportunity to raise themselves and show the manager that yes, they also deserve to start in the. It promises to be an interesting game, but I think the game on everybody's mind has to be the United and Arsenal. Ruben Amorim versus Arteta is going to be first battle at 9:50 game start. But our focus match, let's talk about. I think it's a winnable game. Southampton are not looking like the Southampton we're ready to come to the after that season the championship. Not taking advantage, not letting their less. They're still putting themselves in that game Chelsea should be right here at their stadium.
All right, it's a game Chelsea will be winning right there in the Southampton Stadium right now. What about the big match here, Newcastle Liverpool? What are your take on that?
That's the other one. You look at Liverpool this season. A lot of people never expected what we are Liverpool this, but they've taken advantage of Manchester City. Look at how many games the Manchester City Pep Guardiola has not been able. 6 games on the bounce. That is the first time in a long time we are seeing Pep Guardiola going through these issues. But you can always give it to the Manchester City side. That's probably has to do with the. But Liverpool have really taken advantage. You look at the way Arne Slot came into that team, seamlessly taking this Liverpool side game after game and getting the. So it looks like a league for Liverpool to lose this season. I guess Newcastle have not really been like that Newcastle we saw 2 seasons ago, because last season was also a failure for Newcastle on my own standard or via their own standards. So it should be a game I would expect Liverpool to take a victory over the Magpies in this.
All right, expect Liverpool to take a victory over the Magpies, the Newcastle side. But at home, let's see if Liverpool again will continue that good run of play. They've only lost 1 match this season. Let's see if again they will continue that beautiful run of play. We saw them in the Champions League.
Chelsea go. That was a beautiful save to the nice Southampton getting an early lead at Chelsea counter. But let's see how Chelsea grow into this. Or will it be an odd victory for Southampton over Chelsea? Saints actually need very good. Currently languishing right there in the 20, having just 6 points, not something good for them. -50 goals coming into the match shows how much they are suffering in this season. Let's see how they come into this. because they are not playing against the strongest Chelsea side. But fortunately, this Chelsea side have proven to be, even the Chelsea side that has scored the most goal this season. When you look at the number of goals Chelsea has scored in the Conference League, actually more than what they've scored in the EPL. So always fearful when you have Christopher Nkunku up front. You also have João Felix. You know what they bring to the party. Let's just see how much or how much they will alter on this Southampton side in this encounter.
All right, we have it in the studio. Yeah, mate, you're welcome to the studio.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Premier League is heating up. The battles more fierce. And this season, it looks like we might be seeing on the league season because the way Liverpool is getting body. Let's just, but I look at it. I still think it's a long season. It's a season that a lot of surprises is still for grabs, and we can see how much of a headache Pep Guardiola is having in the league at this point in time. It's so good to there's this every year in year out about. So we just get right to it today and see the surprise football has for us today.
All right, and see the surprise football has for us today. Let's quickly look at the starting lineup of Chelsea in this encounter. Southampton versus Chelsea. Let's look at the starting lineup where we have Southampton playing a 5-4-1 formation here against Chelsea, and Chelsea playing a 4-2-3-1 formation here against Southampton today. And looking at the lineup here where we have the goalkeeper Sam Longley and the 5 men at the back, it's like they want to block every loophole against Chelsea in this encounter today.
Yeah, I think one of the best ways to play against Chelsea this, when you're playing low block against Chelsea, advantage, and same when you're playing high line against Chelsea, disadvantage. I think most teams this season hasn't really found that that point on how to mark out Chelsea, because the passing range of this Chelsea affects the. I think so that they won't concede a lot of goals. Probably that is why this Southampton manager Martin has chosen to go 5 men at the back. And looking at the formation, I think it's really going to be hard for Chelsea. There's no Fokker man up front counter for Chelsea. There's no Nicholas Jackson. We have Christopher Nkunku out striker. But at the end of the day, there's still a Mama in the starting 11 who can out any team. We saw the goal he scored against Aston Villa. It wasn't even inside the box. That is what Cole Palmer brings to the game whenever he plays for Chelsea. So there are players who can out them that don't even need to get into the box. So that is the disadvantage of you playing low block against this Chelsea side. I just hope they are not into defend for the whole 90 minutes duration of this game. They have to come out to try and get 1 or 2 goals. And I think we have the first goal already. Chelsea will got the first goal.
Yeah.
All right, let's see who got the first goal here, and it's a cross here into the box, and Chelsea got the first goal there, and it's the Sassy, yeah. Who got that first goal for Chelsea?
There's one thing about Azel Disasi whenever he plays for Chelsea. He's the best area threat for Chelsea this season. Not even just this season alone. Since last season, there was a time we do have Thiago Silva, and whenever there's corner kick, we know that yes, Chelsea might just be a big threat to score against the opponent. So good goal, good way to open the scoreline for Chelsea. And this is how you expect them when you're playing against a low block team. A team starting 5 defenders at the back. If you can take good advantage of your set pieces, it's to your own advantage. We've seen Arsenal done it last season. We are currently seeing them doing it this season, and it's working the magic for the Gunners. That is how they get most of their goals. You see Gabriel, just come into it and get out the goals for the Gunners. This is the best way to start this game against Southampton, so that Chelsea can actually grow into this one.
And it's looking like a back-to-back set piece scoring for Chelsea. In the last encounter, they got one through a corner kick too.
No. It was a pull into the box. That was the Nicholas Jackson's. It was a pull out into the box from from Kukureya for Jackson's first goal. And the second one was off the attack for Enzo's goal. We had that third goal from Cole Palmer. A beautiful goal from the England international. Good way to start this game for Chelsea. And the goal stands. That is the confirmation from the referee. So Southampton are currently trailing Chelsea 1-0 at the St. Mary's Park in this encounter. It's 1-0 to the Blues away from home, and they're playing in their blue attire away, while Southampton are playing in their red and white striped jersey. No kick starts after considering a goal in the 8th minute of this encounter. Back to the center of the fence to Wood there. And we have a goal in that game between Manchester City and Nottingham Forest. It's Manchester City who has scored the first goal in that encounter. And I think that will be a big relief for the manager, Pep Guardiola.
Yeah, that will be a big relief. We've seen how psychologically he has been affected. You saw that game after the game against, was it Feyenoord, that he had to,
Finger himself.
Yes. You need to be careful using the word like finger himself. You understand?
He used his finger, right?
Yeah,
I don't know where your mind is going right now.
I'm not talking about
That's why I had to, made measure of literally. We have to look at the literal meaning.
But he said it because he was interviewing the press. He said my finger is my finger. And he said he wanted I wanted to arm myself. That was the language he used. He said I wanted to arm myself. In our 3 hour talk sport, but Doki throwing more light to it. He say probably it's English when he say I want to arm myself.
It's just the context in which he used it.
One thing we have to look about Pep Guardiola is that the biggest problem that he not a manager who is finding himself. Look at it from Barcelona to Bayern Munich, Manchester City. This is the first time that I think about 6 to 7 games. He has never been in this, so it's really affecting him. And I think he needs to learn to sometimes.
He came out this evening, I think, from the Athletic that he has not been picking calls. He has just locked. He's on the
overthinker.
Finding a solution. And I don't envy Nottingham Forest today, because when you have a manager like that will not stop at nothing to get back to their winning ways. It's very difficult.
Beautiful work, and it's a goal! That is an equalizer.
Goal for Southampton. It's Joe Aribo with the equalizer. His first goal this season for Southampton. And against who at home, right there at the St. Mary's. What an equalizer right there for the Saints against Chelsea, as they were only behind for 2 minutes in this encounter. That was a bad defensive work there from the Chelsea defenders. I think they really have to look at themselves. But we saw this Southampton, against Liverpool. Gave a good account of themselves. Unfortunately, they lost that game against Liverpool. What a way to come back in this one. And what a goal for Joe Aribo, the former Rangers midfielder, getting his first goal for Southampton this season. What a goal. What were the Chelsea centre-backs looking out there? And we also have a goal against Wolverhampton. Everton were first goal in that encounter. The goals are coming in. Goals are coming galore in the EPL.
Look at that body work against Enzo.
I think it was Enzo
beautiful.
Who opened up that space.
You look at the body work. He dragged him, turned him around 360. And he got that pass. And beautiful goal for Southampton in this encounter. And the goal scored by Manchester City was scored by De Bruyne. They've been missing him.
De Bruyne
De Bruyne.
Bernardo
Silva. It was Bernardo Silva who scored.
Okay, an assist from De Bruyne. Okay, they've changed it. It was given to De Bruyne before, but it has been changed. And I'm talking about Manchester City. This season, the young player of the year for last season has not scored any goal. This is the 14th match now.
The
best player last season. Foden has not got one goal for this season in the Premier League.
He hasn't really been playing Manchester City. He hasn't really been starting that. Pep Guardiola has really started Sevilla and on the other side. So I think he needs to find a way to fix that problem. The squad is actually tiring. That is one big problem. How many goals has Jeremy Doku for this season? Jack Grealish for over 300. I think over 1 year is yet to score a goal for Manchester City, which is actually bad. Just one assist for Jack Grealish shows that their wingers are not really getting involved for Manchester City. Savio is still looking for his first goal. Also for Manchester City, he needs to work that magic out. So I think that has to be one of his biggest headache over the past. I just hope he will get a big day against Forest, because it's always a pleasure when you see Pep Guardiola in his right frame of mind.
All right, Everton 1 Wolves 0 at this point in time. That goal was scored in the 10th minute by Ashley Young, for Everton. So that is the scoreline right now.
Ashley Young at the age of 39 years old, still starting games, still scoring goals. And even his son is right now playing for Peterborough, if I'm not mistaken.
What is
Let's see if we come back. It looks like that was a freaky goal there from Ashley Young against Wolverhampton. What a goal and what a way for Everton to start this encounter after losing to Manchester United in the penultimate. And back to that game between Chelsea and the Southampton, at the St Mary's Stadium. It's 1-1 in that encounter. We're currently straight into the 14th minute of that encounter. 2 goals in the early stages of this encounter to make this game bigger, lively. Joe with the ball there, sends it into the heart of the fence, finds Jack Stevens, the captain, to James Brew. Brew come back into the midfield, find the goal scorer. Joe Aribo returns it back to the goalkeeper, Joe Limley with the ball, looks inward, finds Aribo. Aribo will go out wide there, finds Kai Water Peters. Finds centre back Pierre in there. Looks to come out against Chelsea to attack. A long one there from Southampton. Looks to attack against Chelsea. With Armstrong gets onto that. Yes, Armstrong goes that, returns it back into the midfield. Yes, might just be a chance for Southampton. Second, the cross into the box there. Looking like the way they got the first goal, but the Sassy was there to the rescue for Chelsea. That's one. 15 minutes gone in that encounter at St Mary's Park. It's still Southampton 1, Chelsea 1.
Yes, Southampton 1, Chelsea 1. It is at the St Mary's. With the Saints favor the Marys today. Southampton sitting at 20th bottom of the log. But hey, anything can happen in the game of football. Chelsea went ahead via the Sassy, scoring that goal from that corner kick taken by Enzo Fernandez. But hey, the Sultans are back. 1-1 it is at the 15th minute of that encounter. And Liverpool just missed a golden chance by McAllister, the Argentine international. I think that was parried towards the woodwork right there from the Newcastle goalkeeper, Nick Pope.
We'll get on the second goal in this encounter between Chelsea and Southampton at the St Mary's. Who's going to go back into the lead in that encounter? Southampton enjoying the better share of possession right now, and is Wood on the ball there. Returns it back to the goalkeeper, Joe Lumley. Lumley will look to his right and finds the captain, Jack Stevens. Jack Stevens looks out wide and finds his left back, Ryan Manning. Manning back into the part of his teammate there, who looks inward into the midfield. And is Southampton enjoying this possession. I think the biggest problem for Chelsea this in tonight's fixture is ringing lots of substitution. It looks like maybe some of those players are not used to the pace of the EPL, not really playing for Chelsea in the EPL this season. It's coming to have a toll on them. Chelsea with a throw in there. Is Moises Caicedo with the ball there. Returns it back into the heart of the fence where he finds the goal scorer, Desasi. Returns it back to Caicedo in the midfield. Back to the French international. He's Desasi with the ball for Chelsea. Chelsea not in a rush to come out against this Southampton side. Tosi Adarabioyo, who is starting for Chelsea, finds João Felix there, but was adjudged for a foul. There's an handball against the Portugal international there, and it's going to be a free kick to Southampton. It's frustrating night for Chelsea at the St Mary's.
Yeah, and I think that there are too many changes in the starting 11, especially the centre back pairing.
That's a beautiful movement for Chelsea, and that can be the goal, and that is a goal.
The second goal, Chelsea are back into the lead. Christopher Nkunku has been gifted a goal there by Joe Lumley. The same way he gifted Liverpool a goal in that encounter, he gifted one to Soboslai, and tonight he has also dashed down Christopher Nkunku. A Christmas gift coming very early for the French international. Chelsea are back in the lead. 17 minutes madness right there at the St. Mary's, and we can see Christopher Nkunku going straight for his trademark celebration.
Yeah, trademark celebration it is for Nkunku, the French international right there. No, I still think that maybe the defender was sloppy too, but the goalkeeper saw
this problem also against Liverpool.
Yeah, playing from the back. Yeah, playing from the back. Struggling with it since the beginning of the season.
That's my problem with managers who chose to play from the back. It's always a big problem at times when you play from the back. We saw Andrew Onana also have that issue with Manchester United when playing from the back, when under pressure. Why don't you just clear the ball out rather than still sticking to that mentality? That's philosophy of way of playing. We saw the Chelsea goalkeeper also, Robert Sanchez, whenever he starts for Chelsea, also having that issue.
I think
whenever the boy is with Sanchez, it's always a suspect for me. I'm always scared of what is going to be the next output there. But good one for Chelsea.
And Everton leading 2 games.
But lately Sanchez has improved.
Yeah,
Lately.
you
He's not
don't
like
really.
he's a
Lately.
bad goalkeeper. He's
He's
not
Yeah.
a
a
bad
good
goalkeeper.
goalkeeper. We're
Yes.
talking about his play
yeah.
on the ball,
Yeah.
with the ball at his feet. Now footballers are practically players, not just goalkeepers. And we need to talk about this Petrovic. Honestly, done it back to back, awesome performances back to back for Strasbourg, and I think he can compete.
I think he will come back to Chelsea. Yes, Southampton will be looking for an immediate response against Chelsea. Yeah, might just very chance we cross into the box there. But this time around, there's nobody to get onto the end of that. But it's Chelsea player, the Sassy there, who actually put the last leg on that and is out for a corner kick. That was Walter Peters there with a beautiful moment for Southampton. He's a threat whenever it comes to crossing the ball into the box there. We've seen that from Walter Peters. Let's see what Southampton were making out of this corner kick. I guess Chelsea right there. And they chose to go for a short one there. Returns it, they cross into the box. But Chelsea will clear the lines and looks to attack. Walter Peters on the ball there. Manning back to Walter Peters. Walter Peters will hold the ball for Southampton. What will he make out of that? Stay in possession of the ball. The England intentional looks inward into the middle of the park. And Southampton, that should be a free kick. And that was a careless one. As the free kick against Chelsea. Fernandes was brought down there.
And I think Chelsea should be careful for this set pieces around the box, not far from the box, because now we have new pairing. I think this is the first time they are playing together. Disasi, Adarabioyo. And we know this Southampton to be one hell of a team lately at home, playing at the St. Mary's. I don't know why Enzo, Maresca, not the Fernandes, are tilted towards this today. But I still think that Chelsea should be wary of conceding unnecessary free kicks like this in front of the box right there. So free kick to Southampton, 20th minute of that encounter. Long ball forward by Newcastle. We go out for a goal kick to Chelsea, and yeah, Newcastle takes this one, and Southampton take this one, headed out by the Chelsea defender, and it's going to be a throw-in to Chelsea at this point in time. The heavens has opened at the St. Mary's. Showers are falling down. Will it be a blessed one for Chelsea, or maybe a blessed one for the Southampton players right there?
All right, the second goal scored by Everton is under review right now by VAR. That goal was called by Tarkowski, but it's under review by the referee. So we have to look at the Chelsea lineup today. Yeah, you are talking.
The goal has been cancelled. It's back to that game between Everton and Wolverhampton. Second goal for Everton has been cancelled. And back in play there is Chelsea. The Sasson with the ball there, looks inward into the middle, finds out the boy of the moment, Cole Palmer. Palmer looks inward and finds his Chelsea teammate. Chelsea will look to attack right there, and the long one inward there finds out Cole Palmer. Chelsea will get an attack against the Southampton side. Chance for Chelsea into the box there. What will they make out of that? With a beat for Chelsea. It's charged with the third one. A Warwick save there from Joe Limley there to deny Noni Madueke of getting Chelsea third goal in this encounter. Yes, Lois are being selfish there. That is typical, what's it called? Noni Madueke. I think he did the best thing there. That was the best thing he could there, beat his man there, and what's it called? Cole Palmer with the follow-up shot, but straight into the hands of Joe Limley, the Southampton goalkeeper. Southampton with a cross, launch a long one into the Chelsea half. Midway there, still met there by the goal scorer, and Chelsea regains possession. They'll look to attack. The referee says allows play to continue. Says that was a fair challenge. And yeah, he's Chelsea. John Felix!
Oh my God!
What a chance there! Another player who has been accused of being selfish on the ball. Chances will surely come from this Chelsea side when it comes to attacking against their opponent. Look at the drive from João Felix.
Oh, and he could have picked the run of Cole Palmer.
Yeah, pass to Cole Palmer would have been better there. Well, João Felix, I think if we know him right from Atletico Madrid, we know that he's a player who doesn't look up whenever he's with the ball. He has the goal post at his side. He just wants to put it into the back of the net.
All right, we have a message. We have a message here from two people here. One from Ridsbone Sport to say, just waiting for my Arsenal to start. Yeah, any moment from now, your Arsenal will start.
Newcastle, but straight into the hands of Kelly Adair. That will be going to the back of the net.
All right, meeting Obudu says Southampton have been donating points to visiting teams at St. Mary's Stadium. Yeah. Tonight against Chelsea, they need to prove a point. Good evening, guys. You are doing a great job. Thank you very much. I'm meeting Obudu. Yeah.
All right, back to Cole Palmer there. Cole Palmer, who has 8 goals for Chelsea this season, 6 assists for Chelsea this season encounter, having double figure in just his third full season as a professional. Returns it back to the Chelsea goalkeeper. Jorgensen, another player with a rare start in the EPL for Chelsea. Takes a look, shots one into the middle of the park there. Decisive with the ball there. Chelsea just playing with a lot of danger. Returns it back to Jorgensen. Jorgensen with the ball there. Finds the guy who gave him the ball there, Decisive. Decisive lost possession. And yeah, he's Southampton coming to attack against Chelsea. It looks like what a good pull there from the Chelsea defender. Malo Gusto taking that off the legs of Ria Manning. As a corner kick to Southampton right there. We're straight into the 24th minute of this encounter. It has been a fierce battle at St. Mary's.
Yeah, first battle it is so far. We've seen 3 goals at the St. Mary's tonight. We will see more. Only time will tell. Yes, it's still 0-0 at the St. James's Park. But at the St. Mary's, the Saint here has produced goals. But the Saint at the James is here to produce goals. And the corner kick taken at the St. Mary's taken fast. And yeah, Noni wins back possession. Finds Joao Felix on the break. Right there. Move.
Pass
And
better.
why not?
Pass why?
Oh,
That's
Palmer
a more better one.
With the beat.
Oh! Denied by the Woodwalk.
What a save by the goalkeeper. Jean Limley to the rescue. After dashing Chelsea the second goal, we escaped to the rescue for Southampton twice in this encounter. The 9 Chelsea extended their lead in this one.
No, that was a beautiful pass.
Picked out Cole Palmer with that beautiful pass. Beautiful big drop down there from Cole Palmer. Expectation will have been that Cole Palmer will be scoring that. But Joe Limley says no, not tonight. And still Chelsea 2, Southampton 1 straight into the 25th minute. Another corner kick from Chelsea. The scout from the left. And with David getting a goal from the right. Takes one into the box. Cole Palmer with the ball there. Crosses into the box. And that might just be the
Woodwalk to the rescue.
Twice in quick succession for Chelsea. The Woodwalk has just come to the rescue for Southampton. And this time around is the tall, gangly defender there, Tosi Adarabioyo, putting his head on that. But that will also be going to the back of the net. It's going to be a goal kick to Southampton. Yeah. It looks like every time Chelsea comes out to attack against the Southampton side, they look potent, looking likely to get a goal. Southampton will break out from the back this time around, and they make no mistake as the captain there, Jack Stevens, but lost possession. Chelsea will turn defense into attack. Game, I just bring a chance there for Chelsea.
What? These guys are wasteful.
I just hope, at the end of the day, I just hope Southampton will come back to win this game, and Chelsea will have themselves to blame.
Look at all the opportunity being wasted here by
What is this?
That's Joao Felix. Yeah, I know.
I think you could have just taken you so close at goal. look at that pass from Noni. Oh, the guy was already down, so he didn't want to. I think a shot
will have been better.
Yeah,
I think a shot will have been better. As I'm back now, Southampton coming out there. The first goal scorer for Southampton there. Joao Ribo on the ball. That returns the back to Jack Stevens. Stevens looks out wide there, finds Ryan Manning. Manning with the ball there. What will he make? Looks inward into the midfield, finds up Fernandez. Fernandez will look to attack against Chelsea, finds his teammate there. And what will Waters make out of this? Drops it into the middle of the park, lost possession. Yeah, it's still 2-1 Chelsea lead. And Moises Caicedo has been adjudged there. Okay, it's a free kick to Chelsea there against Southampton. Chelsea will look to come out and get on the third goal in this first half. They look like the side threatening more to get a goal in this one. Valor with that beautiful chance for Manchester City, opportunity to double the lead against Nottingham Forest, but he couldn't pull that into the back of the net. Just back in possession. Disasi drops it for Joe Gessi. Joe Gessi returns it back to Disasi, returns his favor, and Disasi looks up for fights Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto finds out the standing captain for Chelsea tonight, Angel Fernandez, who returns it back to Malo Gusto. Joao Felix on the ball there. Chelsea looks to initiate an attack right now. And what will they make out of that? Returns it back to Marco Correa, who is enjoying a fantastic season with Chelsea. Returns it back inward into the middle of the park. Chelsea attacking right now. Yeah, it's Moises Caicedo with the ball there. Goes out wide there, finds Disasi. Disasi with the ball there and finds Noni Madueke, who has been a bit quiet in this first half. And 28 minutes into this encounter. And Chelsea still leading 2-1 at the St. Mary's. What we see, let's see if the Saints will be coming back in this encounter for the second time in this encounter, or will Chelsea extending their lead against the team who are languishing last on the table. Noni Madueke, England international with the ball there, spotting the jersey number 11, takes a no-look pass there, who sends it straight into the path of his Chelsea teammate, but still back. Chelsea attacking and looking to attack against Southampton to create an opening against the Southampton team, who are currently defending with everybody behind the ball. What's a defense splitting pass there is Cole Palmer, who was bullied off the ball there by the Southampton defender. It's still 2-1 in this encounter. We're straight in the 28th minute, and it's a throw-in to Chelsea right now.
Yeah, throwing to Chelsea. It is by that left back. Cucurella won that one. And looking at it, I still think in the Premier League this season, there's no brainer. The best left back so far has to be Marco Cucurella.
He has to be the best left back. And I saw lots of praises for him. Chelsea were almost on the brink of losing or selling him to to Manchester United last season.
Thank God for that poor performance.
Yeah, he would have been
a shadow of himself,
a big buy for Manchester United.
No, not the man. Now you currently have no direction.
Yeah, they don't have a left back. They don't have a left back right now. They need a left back who can always stay fit. You look at Malaysia, you look at Luke Shaw. These are players who have not been able.
But what about this Euro? What do you call it?
Euro is not a left back.
He's
a
centre back.
I think he should be on the bench for this game. I guess
he's coming for the first time, right?
Yeah, he's a player everybody would really love to see.
Free kick to Chelsea at the edge of the box, right there against Southampton.
I think Kopama will fancy this chance from here.
Yeah, Kopama, can he bend it in like he did against Brighton? But there's also Enzo. There's Joao Felix. Now Chelsea has spurs of options to take free kick. It's so funny how time flies. When God turned away the captivity of Zion, they were like that dream right there. So many Arsenal fans will be surprised that Chelsea and Arsenal are on the same level at this point of the season. But one that shall never end, that's the name of the game. The beauty of it all. It is that tomorrow has a lot of answers in it. So free kick to Chelsea. Who will take this one? Enzo is there. Joao Felix. Oh, Joao Felix left there already. So it's between Enzo or Cole Palmer. So who will it be? Shagun, can you guess? Oh, it will be Enzo.
Alright, looks like there's a certain minute of a counter. There's a free kick there, and it's the Argentine maestro who is standing on that. Angel Fernandez, the standing captain for Chelsea, and takes the direct one, but that went straight into the wall there. Chelsea still in possession. It might just be a chance, but Joao Felix was coming off from the offside position and chose to leave that rather than challenge for the ball straight into the hands of Joe Lumley, the goalkeeper, who finds a centre back there. Waterspoon is playing as a centre back surprisingly tonight because he is a right back. Returns the back to the goalkeeper. Joe Lumley with the ball there, looks what into the midfield, finds Joe Aribo. Aribo was taking off the ball there, but the referee has judged that to be an infringement against the Nigeria international. It's Moises Caicedo who infringed the Nigeria international there. So it's going to be a free kick in the 31st minute of this encounter. And looks like there's downpour right there in the stadium. Let's say if it's showers of blessings for the home side, or is it going to be shower of losses there for the home side tonight against Chelsea? Long one there finds Manning with the ball there. Manning returns it back to his defender who finds Joe Lumley. Lumley with the ball there for Southampton. Long cross into the box there, but his crosses has been a bit poor in this encounter because almost all his crosses are going straight into the opposition, and when they get into the area dwells up front there. Joe Aribo with the ball there returns it back and finds Nathan Wood. Wood with the ball returns it to Aribo. Aribo is having a magnificent game against Chelsea tonight. I think might just be one of the game the Nigerian handlers might just be watching to see if Joe Aribo will be coming back into the Nigerian midfield. He has been left out of the selection after the African Cup of Nations silver winning team for Nigeria. Yes, Southampton with the ball. What will they make out of this? Returns it back to the wing there, and they look still in a shit and attack against Chelsea in this one. We are 32 minutes into that game, and it's still Chelsea leading 2-1 against Southampton at the St. Mary's.
Yeah, at the St. Mary's, it is 2-1 to Chelsea at this point in time. Now that was a good turn from that Southampton forward right there, pushing it into the box. What can you do with this? In a dangerous position, tries to run around, and that was a good block by Axel Disasi right there.
That was a wasteful.
And that was a long time.
He had all the options. He would have.
And it's that game between Manchester City and Nottingham Forest is currently 2-0. Manchester City is getting their second goal, and who else than that big man, Calvin De Bruyne, getting Manchester City's second goal in that game.
Yeah. De Bruyne too. Second goal for Man City. So Man City to Nottingham Forest.
I think they actually missed Kelvin De Bruyne in the midfield, and that's one of the reasons. That's one of those things that I think Pep Guardiola really think and look and count his losses for selling Julian Alvarez out, because
Yeah.
we saw him slot into that Kevin De Bruyne
Position
position last season.
perfectly.
Because yeah, perfectly last season, and this season it has really been a problem without Kevin De Bruyne
But they
in the
got
middle
95
of the
million,
pack. Yeah,
so they won't worry.
and they should have gone. Maybe they should have gotten another Kevin
Yeah,
De
maybe
Bruyne.
they could have spent and
That would have
got
been better.
maybe come for Copama.
It might just be a chance for Newcastle with a beat. So it was straight into the hands of Kelia. And we had to come to the rescue for Liverpool in that encounter. That is the only 8-out fixture, which is still 0-0. As Newcastle, I guess, Liverpool in that one. Worry chance there. But good defensive block there from the goalkeeper to deny Newcastle a free chance of getting one in that one. Back to the Chelsea game. It's Chelsea in possession. Cole Palmer with the ball there. Returns it back to the middle. Finds his Chelsea teammates, and yeah, it's Adarabioyo with the ball. What will Adarabioyo makes out of that? Returns it back and finds out Disasi. Disasi looks out and finds Chelsea teammate. Chelsea will look to attack here. He's the captain finds João Felix. João Felix really chance for Chelsea with this very third goal for Chelsea. Chelsea finds himself in the ball. Nani Madueke with the ball.
Oh, what a
for his
goal!
5th goal this season.
What a goal!
Yeah, the Marys are getting schooled at their home ground right there, and yeah, the Saint is not coming to their rescue today.
And it's Newcastle who was my leader, and it's Ishak. Ishak, and I know Arsenal fans and Chelsea fans will be happy right now.
Everybody will always be happy when they're at the same story. He's a prolific striker, and that is a beautiful goal for him. Looks like we're having a first half over 0.5 from all the 8 starting fixtures, and that would have been a good bet for whoever has put his money on that. Look at that goal from Nani Madueke. Fantastic goal from the England international. Little wonder why England manager Lee Castley keep faith with the young player, and they'll be thanking themselves for not losing him to the Nigerian national team.
Yeah.
Back in play there is straight into the hands of Southampton, who are back in possession against Chelsea right now. And there's a free kick here and straight into the hands there. The second goal for Everton was scored by Mangala in that account at the 33rd minute there, and it's still 0 in that one. Everton leading against Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton also struggling this season. Looking at them, I think they are currently also languishing right there in the bottom and in the relegation waters. Yes, they're currently seated 18th with just 9 points this season. 3 points away from Crystal Palace, who currently finds themselves in the 17th position. The last 3 teams, Wolverhampton 18th, Ipswich Town 19th, and Southampton 20th on the EPL table. And as it stands right now, should Chelsea end this game like this, they'll be going straight to the 2nd position. Who would have thought of that come into the season? That Chelsea will be finding themselves, competing for top 2. Yes, that might just be another attack for Chelsea. Cross into the
Oh!
What an header there from Christopher Nkunku. But that will be going to the back of the net.
And the way it is coming into this match, I think it could be a lot better. But I think the height too did a lot of it there. And coming into this match week, the only reason Arsenal was in 2nd position was the alphabetical order.
Yeah, because
that was
look
the
at another gift there. But the defenders to the rescue there for Southampton. Southampton will look to attack against Chelsea. Matheus Fernandes with the ball there, and looks out wide and finds Rhea Manning back to Fernandes in the middle of the park. Matheus will come forward with it for Southampton. Sends it to Ryan Fraser. Fraser with the ball. What will they make out of this? Returns it back onto the wing. Yeah, might just be a chance to reduce the deficit there. But Chelsea denied Southampton a chance from that position. But a chance for them there, and that was the striker there, Archer. They couldn't pull the Archers against Chelsea. Around the corner kick to Southampton in the 37th minute.
Yeah, so corner kick to Southampton. Can they score one more goal this first half? We've seen 4 goals already in that fixture. Really exciting. Really surprising also. So Southampton with a corner kick. Marco Carella is down. I don't know. Maybe was that a touch? I don't know.
This is their Chelsea fans, and Chelsea team won't get out. We'll be looking straight at the Emirates Stadium, where the big rivalry game between Arsenal and Manchester United. It's the Red Devils against the Gunners in this one. Is they going to be the Gunners who will be coming out victor over the new Red Devils who are playing with under the new manager Ruben Amorim, who I think has done fantastic job with it. Let's see how it goes in that game. Will Arsenal continue on their beautiful run this season? Manchester United also gets a claim against Arsenal. If they don't really want to get that bragging right, no doubt.
Yeah, that bragging. This used to be the first, second,
Looks
or
like
first.
the referee will be going to VR.
Yeah, to check that.
Just is that hope that is not
The
going to be a
drill
red
is
card.
here. That is a yellow card.
That should be a red
It's
card.
Violent conduct. It's a red
Violent
card.
conduct. Yes.
I think that was it. That
Oh, he drew the hair. It's a red card
that was
offense.
a big- and,
That's a red card
that
offense.
is
Look
going
at
to
it. Look
be-
at it.
He
Look at
drew
it.
the hair.
The
He drew it.
captain there, Stevens. Who would have? He should know better. He should know better than doing that.
That should be a
Let's
red
see
card
what,
offense.
The referee decision will be. Will
This
it be a
is-
red card or a
this is
yellow
red
card? And the game might just be
You
going
don't
from
do
bad
that.
to worse
You
for
don't do that.
Southampton. And the referee's back on the speed. Let's see what his decision will be against the Southampton captain Jack Stevens, spotting
That's
the
a
jersey
red
number
card.
5. Let's see. It looks like it's going to be a
Be
red,
red
card.
card,
Yes,
Darren.
that is the confirmation. And it's going from bad to worse under the reins. And Jack Stevens, now the captain, has been sent off of this game for
Silly.
pulling Kukureya's head. That was a silly,
Silly thing
mistake
to do.
there from the
You have
captain.
a corner kick. It's not as if you are defending.
Mm.
You are
There
there was no need for it. You are going to lose
Unnecessary.
this game. Now he's going to miss the next game. Now the Premier League is just one game after a red card. If it was then when it was 3 games, he will not miss the next 3. It doesn't make sense. He could. He should just go and apologize to the and as a captain, is a thing to do.
Honestly, it's a silly thing to do. Unnecessary to me.
All right, we're straight into the 40th minute. We can see the players making their way to the pitch from the tunnel at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal against Manchester United, and that game should be another interesting game to talk about in this. I trust us to be on live or to be on air here at Premier Sports Fan Center. Give you every minute analysis of that game between Arsenal and Manchester United. Back to that one, Southampton with a corner kick after going 1-man down in, I guess, Chelsea. Good opportunity there, but straight into the hands of the Chelsea goalkeeper, John Gibson. Fernandez couldn't get hold of that, and Chelsea will look an attack against Southampton. Yes, that record to Jack Stevens, the captain, in the 39th minute of against Southampton. What is happening? Lots of silly challenges from that should be a drop ball. I think let's see what the referee decision will be. That's decision against Chelsea goalkeeper. Was dropping that, but got hold of that and bodied Armstrong there. But Fernandez, sorry, I think that shouldn't. I guess.
All right, and we have a message here from Bonnie Tonawaya. It says Palmer is unstoppable. Watch out. Yeah.
We're actually watching out for him. He will be getting his 9th goal. I'm a big fan of him getting double digits. Season might not be getting up numbers last season, but I think he'll be. That was a bad control. As Hampton, they're currently playing with 10-man against an 11-man Chelsea. Long, about 60 minutes. About long 50. That the Southampton players this game at halftime.
Yeah, they will hope that this game ends at halftime again, where Chelsea needs to load more more goals.
You just look at the Chelsea bench and look at the caliber of players who can stick. Like there's Jadon Sancho, just Pedro Neto, Jackson. After these players on the start have outrun this what's it called, Southampton's and wing backs, then you as into the game. For them. This is another player, Ryan Manning. They are very sure Southampton fans won't him on the floor because he's one of their best players in Sava. Let's see how they do. Coming back against the Blues against all odds right now because it was 11 against 11. It was Chelsea dominating that account. We're straight into the 43rd minute of that account. 2 minutes away from first half break.
Yeah, so it's about time. It's about to go down at the Emirates Stadium. 4-3-3 to be for Arsenal, and I think 4-2-1 for Manchester United. So Going to be one hell of a game. There's the new boy in town, new sheriff in town. Ruben Amorim is his name. Is the new man at the dugout for Manchester United. And Southampton just lost a golden chance there, right there, but don't convert that one. But they are still in possession as it is right now. So 3-4-3 Malacia playing in the middle alongside Diogo Dallo, and in front of them is Mount Garnacho, and up front is Marcus. Ashland. Rashford. I think Rashford will be on the bench for this.
Yeah, Rashford is on the bench because looking at the
Arnold is the 9th.
Looking at the formation, is Manchester United, two attacking 10. Alejandro Garnacho and players will play by other defense. We have Harry Maguire, who is back in the starting 11 for Manchester United, after having.
Hello, we are having a caller here. Hello, what is your name and where are you calling from?
Hey guys, it's Ben.
Hi, Mr. Ben. How do you do? It's been a while.
I'm okay at the moment.
Yeah, it's been a while. So right now
Yes.
we know you are a Chelsea fan. Your Chelsea is doing very well against Southampton. 3-1 in this encounter, just to the tip of the break time here. So Chelsea is still leading, and Southampton having a red card at this point in time. So how are you feeling right now as a Chelsea fan?
Obviously, I told you guys last time that Enzo Maresca is the upgraded version of Guardiola. you guys didn't take it from me.
All right, we see Chelsea doing very well.
I respect Guardiola. I respect him a lot.
But Mr. Ben, since you said that, since you made that comment that Enzo Maresca is the upgraded version of Pep Guardiola has been losing all his matches.
I told you guys. So Maresca has worked with him.
Okay.
And Maresca has worked with, I'm sure, other coaches and then his own experience. So, and of course, what do you expect? He would have put together Guardiola tactics. You understand Guardiola? He put his tactics together, his own together, everything put together, and he worked with Guardiola closely, and he knows his tactics. And now he's implementing it and upgrading it. It's like a software. So he has upgraded that software of Guardiola and has made the changes to his own. And now he's getting the result why Guardiola is actually being flogged by every club. I was actually praying that we'll meet Man City in time so that we can get 3 points from there.
Okay, Mr. Ben, since Maresca came in, has Chelsea purchased any new player from the old one? Is there any new player that is doing all this wonder or is using the player that was really available and getting all this result?
I don't understand. What do you say?
Well, the question I'm asking is it that Chelsea have gotten new players and since Maresca came in as the Chelsea coach, or is using the readily available players to get this massive result?
No, I mean, Maresca came, he met all those players, right?
Yeah.
So he's working with the player that he has. It's just that he has his own tactics, right? He has his own plan coming in. Knowing fully well that if I get to Chelsea, it doesn't matter. You will get fired in a month if you don't give the result. And I think he trusts himself. He trusts what he can do, and that's why he took the job. And for him to take the job after every praises and everything that they put on what is his name? The other coach that left.
Pochettino.
Pochettino. He knows that there's going to be pressure. So, but he believed that he can do it. And so he came and he hit the ground running. Actually, but Pochettino was good. But when he came, I'm sure he looked at everything that they've been playing and he said, "No, I'm going to use my own stuff." And his tactics is paying off so far. And they are getting results, which is what we're asking for. Apart from position game, now they are scoring goals. I'm sure Arsenal are going to number 3 today. Why maybe Man City will go to number 5 or number 6 by the time they lose all these games.
Manchester City is already leading 2-0 against the Nottingham Forest. Manchester City leading 2-0 and and Arsenal Man just started right now.
Are you surprised? They were 3-0. They were 3-0 up. The other day when they came back 3-3.
Oh, are you expecting Nottingham Forest to equalize just the way Feno did?
I don't. It's not far from the truth. They can. These days, everybody is getting their point from Man City.
But Mr. Ben, I think there is still one thing Enzo has not worked on Chelsea. That is conceding goals.
Yes, to be frank, our defense, sometimes they make silly mistakes, and we'll pay for it. I think the strikers, I think, is working on them, and I see Nicholas Jackson is beginning to at least score. You know, and the good thing that I like about Jackson is the fact that he used to pull back to support you and then run front, not like Lukaku those days. So which is good. He support the midfield, you know, make extra pressing for them, and then they create problem. And then he's beginning to score games. He doesn't miss stupid goals like he used to miss those days. So at least he's beginning to take his chances, which is
okay. All right, like today is not in the starting lineup. Yeah, today Nicola Jackson is not in the starting lineup. Nkuku started and Nkuku got a goal today. So he's having a very big competition in front of him.
That is actually the way it's supposed to be. To be very frank, because Jackson is a little relaxed. Even though I don't know he's picking up, but by the time you know that there's a competition between him and Nkuku, he will want to do more. He wants to prove. Nkuku too, the guy is, you know, he's good. It's just that he's not having the chances that he needs. But he's good as well. But if he knows that there's going to be, there's a competition between the both of them, he's going to sit tight. And this is what we want. It's a healthy competition. We just want to get the goal. You just want all of them to put in their 100%. You know.
All right, Mr. Ben. Lastly, Mr. Ben. Lastly, what already is 3-1 at break time. So, what is your prediction for the match today? Yeah, do you see Chelsea holding on to the end?
I'm expecting that Chelsea is going to score like 4 to 5 goals.
Wow,
the way it's going, we have good chances to score. And by the time Arsenal is only leading, they're only on second because of goal differences. So
because of alphabetical order, yeah.
Chelsea score 2-3 goals. We are up. We'll go to second position.
All right, Mr. Ben, thanks. We just hope you call back at the end of the game. Yeah. Thank you very much.
All right, guys. Take care.
All right, back to the Emirates Stadium where it started between Arsenal and the Manchester United in that accounts. That game is in the 6th minute. It has been a game where we've seen Manchester United gradually coming out against Arsenal, against all out, enjoying the better share of ball possession. Though we may argue that it's still early days into that encounter, but Manchester United were enjoying with 58% of the ball possession, while Arsenal gradually coming into this game. Still currently have a 42% of ball possession. Gabriel Martinelli put the ball into the back of the net, but was adjudged rightly as an offside call against the Brazilian. Let's see if Arsenal will have without that man, that's terrific defender, Gabriel Magennis, who is out of this encounter. So it's William Saliba pairing with Jacob Kiewel in the heart of Arsenal's defense, and there's no there's no Calafori tonight, and it's Zinchenko who was slotted into the left back position. Julian Timber is the right back, a midfield trio of Martin Odegaard, Thomas Partey, and Declan Rice, while up front we have Bukayo Saka, Kai Havertz, and Gabriel Martinelli for Arsenal in this account. We're straight into the 8th minute. The Gunners are looking for a first goal to come into this one. Martinelli almost gets into that, but that low mixture that is going to roll out for a corner kick to Arsenal. Here is where Arsenal are always a big threat against any set pieces. I think Dalo should have done better there rather than pushing that ball into corner kick.
But again, if you look at the person who is the originator of that, the person that always get that set pieces, Gabriel Mangalis.
Yeah,
And he's not in the
out
lineup
of
today.
the sun, yeah.
He's
Now,
out.
there's also William Saliba, who's also a big area threat for Arsenal. They still have a lot of players. You can see they're still taking that their normal shape of having all their players to one side. Let's see how they take advantage of this. They tried it against Chelsea, they never worked out the magic for them. Let's see if Manchester United has done their homework against the Arsenal side. There's a corner kick to Arsenal, and Declan Rice will be starting on this for Arsenal. Takes one into the box there. Yeah, might just break for Arsenal.
Oh!
And that was a close one. It was
Thomas
Partey who got onto the end of that, but he couldn't direct that into the back of the net. That was a good chance for Arsenal to get the first goal. All he did was just a touch, face, or his face to the goal. That would have been a goal because Andrew Nana was just standing there like a statue. There was nothing the Cameroonian would have done to deny that from going back of net. That is where the threat is, and I think Manchester United needs to be aware of the threat Arsenal possesses when it comes, set pieces situation. Back in play here is Manchester United, who will come out from the defense there to attack against Arsenal and returns it back onto the there, finds out Malaysia.
Malaysia, the young lad.
Yeah.
Oh,
yeah, Malaysia started to there, finds them. Oshland in the box there. Oshland with the ball there, but was actually crowded out of the box. Returns it back to the young girl, Alejandro Garnacho. The 19 years old Argentine international returns it. Finds Mazauri, who was adjudged to be Manchester United Player of the Month for November. Deservedly, the Moroccan gave a good performance for Manchester United. Anyway, in the troubled waters, multiple positions by the SWM Manchester United manager, talking about Eric Ten Hag. In this one, returns the back, and it's good to see Harry Maguire back in the starting 11 for Manchester United. Let's just hope it's first of many for the England international. Yeah, might just be a chance of good defensive block there from Arsenal. Arsenal with the ball there, returns back to the and finds Zinchenko. Zinchenko look forward into the returns back to Zinchenko there. Zinchenko with the ball finds Thomas Partey, the Ghana international. Ghana will be out. They won't be making a trip to the Nations Cup, and I think that will be a big blessing to Arsenal because I'm very sure they won't want their talisman in the of the park, of the center, out of their midfield. And here's him, returns it back to the goalkeeper, David Raya. Raya with the ball there, returns it back to Thomas Partey. Partey returns it back to David Raya. Raya will look out wide there, finds a statement here. It's Arsenal looking to attack against Manchester United, sends it into of the park there. Big call there from other guys. When it comes to turning with the ball there, he's like he has the best turn in football.
It would look as if they are choking them into a spot, but one turn from Odegaard will space. Honestly, that guy is massive.
Kyle Saka with the ball for Arsenal, as Mazauri to beat a cut inward there, cross into the ball, so that beat for Arsenal, and easily nodded out there. Manchester United will clear their lines in this one. Look straight in, finds Oshland, who gets onto that. Oshland with the ball there, returns back into the path of his teammate there. Garnacho, who could beat the Arsenal defense, and still Manchester United gradually coming out. And you can see when you have a progressive manager, it's going to rub on you. When you give your team the confidence boost that they actually need, you'll see it in how the way Manchester United are playing with purpose.
They look more relaxed. They look different.
They look relaxed. Look at the defense. For the first time I see.
I don't want to see Man U play like this.
You don't want to see them play like.
I would love to see them play this game, this same formation against Chelsea. It's really going to be an interesting.
But another thing they get observe, see the way they hold the ball at the defense. Stringing passes in their own danger and in their own penalty area. You know where the problem comes. This type of football, I guess, pace really have like they had against push now. They'll always be that those to take advantage. I guess it's high pace. That is where the problem. I really want to see Manchester United against Tottenham also. That game is going to be another interest to look. But Arsenal play relaxable. They are not in a rush to attack against you. Tactically work their way in, finally get. When they play, look at Manchester United. I think they have to also try to conserve their energy and not getting this early goals. By the time I get you straight into the 30th minute, game goes straight to tactical business. I also wanted to talk a little bit about Ruud van Nistelrooy. Going to Leicester City, getting a victory in the first game, and Vardy, who broke his record of back-to-back scoring. He also got a goal in that encounter.
When you look at Leicester City, team that was in when they asked Man Nottingham Forest.
Yeah. Espiritu.
Not
Who's-
Espiritu.
Okay, the one that look like Albino.
Yeah.
Yeah. And what is that his name? Yeah,
I'm trying to place
yeah.
his name. So I was like, it because when you add a tactical genius like Enzo, and you don't bring that will play tacky to affect the psyche of players because they are used to a particular way of not bringing a manager that cannot really express what they are. They can't really express themselves on the field for what they bring. Van Nistelrooy, games he was at Man U, players expressed themselves more, were relaxed, was rotating lineup and but let us see this one game is can be managers as a spike. Yes. But over time, I think that it is one thing that not needs to has to work on the mentality of players. After losing so many games, their psyche will be affected. They need to come back into that champions mode, championship with, and I think the sky can be the starting point for them.
Mazzari finds out Harry Maguire returns back to Missouri ball there for Manchester United. Takes a long one, tries to play in Malaysia. Malaysia with the ball there. The Netherlands international will return it back to Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho with the ball finds the captain Bruno Fernandes. Mazzari with the ball does it to with a long one there. Tries to play in Alejandro Garnacho. Garnacho is going to have a big battle there with there. It's going to with his opponent there out for a throw in there to Manchester United. So a big battle between Alejandro Garnacho and the Arsenal right back to Nigerian team. Let's see what they make out of this. Still playing play there is Bruno Fernandes on the ball there finds Mazzori. Mazzori finds Harry Maguire. Back to Mazzori to Fernandes. Manchester United are looking for that break counter. Will they be getting that? Yes, on the late with the ball there. What with the late start of that returns to Harry Maguire? I'm very sure whenever those passes are going to Harry Maguire, I can bet what is going
fans.
through the minds of Manchester United fans. But no doubt, Harry Maguire is a fantastic defender on this day. But just some crazy errors has really blindfolded a lot of his critics think that he's actually a bad player. Yes, Mazzori with the ball, the Moroccan international. You have to be scared of Morocco. Look at Mazzori from left back position. You look at Hakimi from the right back position. These are players, and they know how to overload against opponents. It's really, really going to be crazy to see what Morocco, the African, which they'll be hosting in December 2025. The players will have qualified for the AFCON 2025. Will be having their Christmas right there in Morocco because it's run straight into the new year of 2026. Here's a back in play there.
Best time to
I think there'll be breaks. I think there'll be breaks. Okay, yes, back in play there is Manchester United, who are currently enjoying the better share of possession against Arsenal. It looks like Manchester United who are owning the Emirates Stadium, not the home counter.
Yeah, so Arsenal nil, Man U nil. It is at the 17th minute at the Emirates Stadium, and it's so good to see Malacia on the ball, comfortable for some games now without injury. The young man has really suffered for this
for so long time.
Really,
for so long
really
time.
Suffered. And same way, we hope that seems to back better, because when you look at him, it doesn't look like that is James when he was not injured. That is James we knew. You still see that fear of that injury, that hamstring that keep reoccurring. But I just hope that they can come back better. Odegaard is back and is doing better. Got a goal in their last 2 games or last game.
Last game
against West Ham. Yeah, if I'm not mistaken. Right there. So Garnacho attacking right there at the Emirates Stadium. Returns it back to Maguire. How is Maguire playing this high line in the Arsenal half?
That's be confidence. He has the confidence. Let's see what they make out of this. Mazzori with the ball, you can see actually slotted to this out of the defense as Harry Maguire went back from Manchester. And Andre Onana with the ball there. I'm very sure Manchester United fans will really happy what they are saying they are played for or playing for the past 8. Oslo with bad control. There is a Enko on the ball. Enko will look out for why they finds Timber. Timber looks back and finds out the Mr. Reliable with Saliba. Back to the David Raya. David Raya with the ball there. Looks equal and finds Thomas Partey. Partey ready for a lot of party tonight. Finds his team there. Goes back to Thomas Partey. Thomas Partey back to Arsenal teammate. Arsenal enjoying their own fair share of posts. Bukayo Saka has 2 men to beat him. Let's see how he takes down Malaysia apart in that movement. There returns it back to Julian Timber, and Timber finds his Arsenal teammate. Like Arsenal will attack right now. Zinchenko with the ball there, looks forward and finds is that not was
Partey.
Partey with the ball there, a long pass to Saka. Saka asks Malaysia to beat Malaysia and regain possession for Manchester United. The Manchester United turn enjoy their own fair share of points. Long one there, but David Raya onto the rescue for Arsenal. Sends a long one there. Kai Ava tries to get onto that, but Mazzori says no, it's not tonight. And finds out the lead. Finds Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire with the ball there. Goes out wide and finds Malaysia. Malaysia with the ball for Manchester United. Comes in, but finds Mazzori. There, just wing, sorry. Back onto the right part of the Manchester United with possession. And yeah, Bruno Fernandes looks back and finds Harry Maguire. Harry Maguire with the ball for Manchester United. Long one from Harry Maguire. As Manchester United will look to attack, but David Raya will come out to gather that from Manchester United as Arsenal will for Arsenal. Sorry, Arsenal will now look also get an attack of their own. And this game is looking like a game that might just shape up to be a football at the end of the day.
Yeah, it looks more like it. But many Arsenal fans who want that to happen. Because
that is actually the truth. That is actually the truth. Actually, like
yeah, it looks more like
to some extent, you look, but football sometimes it goes the other way. But again, you have to give credit to Manchester United for this composure we are seeing in this game. Though we've seen their progress in the previous matches, but yeah, they are looking so confident because they are aware of the threat of Arsenal, what Arsenal can actually do. So if you look at the calmness in the game, the control of the game, I think I'm seeing it for Manchester for the first time in a very long time.
Okay, also on the start of the second half from the 8 starting fixtures, talking about those games between Southampton and Chelsea, Castro and Liverpool, Manchester City and Nottingham Forest, Everton against Wolverhampton, Aston Villa against Brentford is also in the first minute. That game is still Manchester United game. Let's see what Manchester United will. We're still looking for the first goal in that encounter. But judging by what the performance we've seen from these two sides, it has been a KG affair and a tactical game from these two managers. Let's see who's going to break out the deadlock in this first half. 1 minute of action. Manchester United enjoying the better share of possession, 57% of the ball up to the Red Devils, while the Gunners have been reduced to just 43% of the ball. Were a beautiful chance for João Felix there, but he couldn't get the right header onto that.
All right, Aston Villa just got one against Brentford right now, and that goal was scored in the 21st minute of that encounter by Rogers.
There's no way you're scoring that.
Rogers got that goal in the 24th minute. Yeah, Morgan Rogers, 22 years old. He got that goal for Aston Villa.
What is this?
To measure it. Okay, so the Arsenal game is the only fixture we are expecting a goal in the first half right now. Rogers has just given Aston Villa the lead against Brentford. That encounter. Yeah, he's on that game between Arsenal and Manchester United. Bukayo Saka with the ball there. What will he make out of that? So sends one into the box there. The long way and header there with a drop into the back of the net, but no, as the sales of the goal post of Andre Onana. There's still going to be a goal kick to Manchester United in that one. And back to the game between Southampton and Chelsea. Actually be switching from these two games and other fixtures going on in the EPL. We just want to keep all our viewers, want to keep them together in this encounter. So the Chelsea fans should also expect, a bit of analysis on the Chelsea game as it goes. Yes, it's the second minute of second half in that game. Southampton and Chelsea. The standing captain Armstrong has gotten a yellow card. Don't forget the the captain who started this game, Jack Stevens, got his matching orders in the first half. For they put on Marco Correa's air, and now Armstrong is also on a yellow card.
All right, we have a message here from Ibiniji. Say good evening, guys. We are back to the stadium. You guys are welcome. I'm enjoying the commentary from Benin City, Edo State.
Yeah, thank you. We hope you spread the gospel in Edo State. We need more of you on our channel. Kopama tries to pick up the run of Noni Madueke, but it was intercepted by the Southampton left back right there. And one thing you just have to give a whole lot of credit to Moises Caicedo. He has been almost everywhere this encounter.
That is what it reminds me of when Chelsea had a certain Ramirez, and from Ramirez they moved on to having a certain N'Golo Kante.
Started with Makelele.
Makelele was more of a sit back.
But it was always everywhere around that area.
Not
Anything
like
around that
Caicedo.
box.
Moses Caicedo moves forward, drives the attack from Chelsea from the middle of the park. So I think he has more similarities with Ramirez and N'Golo Kante. When it comes to looking at my Makelele, I think I'll be looking at Michael Essien and John Obi and Nemanja Matic in this same category. But it's good to see Chelsea, fans playing their game of football. I remember last season how many times Yemi will lament in the studio whenever Chelsea is
what
losing.
Is this?
First book of lamentation, second book of lamentation.
We have those beautiful English that drops from Yemi whenever Chelsea are losing. You can see him smiling this season.
It's so good to see
it's so calm.
my darling Chelsea like this. See, one thing is if you lose and you play well,
just make chance for Arsenal.
That was a very good miss.
And that was off another set piece situation from Arsenal.
Yeah.
So they always, they're always there ready to take advantage of every set piece situation. I'm very sure Mikel Arteta will actually be sweating and missing that man. Talking about Gabriel.
I just hope that
and it's Liverpool who are back in that one against Newcastle. Immediately in the second half, they got the equalizer in that one. And the slot is not ready to lose another EPL game after losing that one against Nottingham Forest. Yes, Chelsea are attacking right now with this great chance for Chelsea.
What a save! Whoa, my grace.
It was Curtis Jones who got the equalizer for Liverpool in that encounter. And we're still waiting for the first goal in this one between Manchester United and Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. We're gradually getting very close to the half-an-hour mark of football. Because currently we are in the 26th minute of that encounter. Back to St. Mary's, and you can see the Southampton fans. They are really not enjoying this game. There's no way you're going to enjoy when you are currently 1 man down.
Yeah, you can't enjoy it because you definitely you have a lot of gaps to cover. But kudos to the Southampton, they were able to hold on. Since they got that red card, they've not considered any goal. They've still been holding on to against Chelsea in this encounter.
Yeah, so 3-1 it is so far. 51st minute of that encounter. 51st minute of that encounter, and you have to give a lot of credit to the Chelsea guys. Though they missed some sitters, but anyway it is away now way.
And Aston Villa is having a penalty right now, about to make it 2. If they get that penalty, they score that penalty. Yeah. So that is the situation right now. Yeah.
So back to that one. Arsenal and Manchester United at the Emirates Stadium. 27 minutes of action there. The Martin Odegaard, who is running the field right there in the middle of the park against Manchester United. That guy is a slick player whenever he's with the ball. And Everton has tripled their lead against Wolverhampton. Wolverhampton to the cleanser right there at the Goodison Park. Everything's looking for them at the Goodison Park tonight. Yeah,
looking good for them at their park right there in the Merseyside. So a corner kick to Chelsea. It is at the 52nd minute of that encounter. The cross by Madueke. Any Chelsea player couldn't connect. It was cleared out for a corner kick to Chelsea Football Club. So 52nd minute it is. Let's see, can Chelsea extend their goal cushion in this encounter so far? And I think what would work for Man U today is that Ateta didn't have enough time to see a lot of games from Ruben Amorim's Man U to really get to set up his team against them.
Seeing Manchester like the livelier side
yeah.
or whenever they are with rather than Arsenal has been kept at the back on the back foot. A beautiful chance for Chelsea that into the
Cole
Palmer will take a shot and you can see the hungry on his face there. He wants that goal counter. Tosin Adarabioyo, your first touch. This is the first time in a long time I'm seeing Chelsea looking like a threat from set pieces. Look at that from Tosin Adarabioyo. There was nothing the goalkeeper could have done to that. What came to for the third time in this encounter against in favor of Southampton. Times just as eaten of gone crashing against that encounter straight into the 53rd minute of that one. It's Chelsea who has been everywhere against 10-man Southampton counter. Enzo Maresca still hungry, yes, for more goals in that one. Back to Emirates Stadium where we have that beautiful tie between old rivals of Indy. Arsenal against Manchester United. Kyle Saka with the ball, having a terrific season with Arsenal. Can he break that assist record of 20 assists was set by former Arsenal legend Thierry Henry? And his other parts this season, I think he has about 9 or 10, 8 or 9 assists this season.
Yeah,
he has about
6.
He has about no, it's not 6. Probably about 8.
Okay, the highest it's have 10. Sorry, 10.
Oh,
10.
So it's 10. He has
You have
10.
10. Yeah, it's the highest assist.
And the season is still long.
Yeah,
we
yeah.
have about over 20, 24 games if I'm not mistaken. I'm still. So,
And then Mad Wiki. Wiki you.
Wow, there's nothing to explain that.
No, but you can't blame
I
because
can't see
the guy that was on the
I
ground.
can't say the adjective to explain that miss from Madwike. Let's see that
What
again.
is
No, the guy got there before him.
Yeah,
It was the player who got there before him. Look at
Let's
it.
see that again.
The player got
Oh,
there
it
before
was
him.
the
Okay,
player.
so I think
Player
it was
got there
the
before him.
Southampton player that slick past there. Wow, straight part of João Felix. João Felix pass there.
Tricky
straight for
pass. No.
Cole Palmer with that touch there, and that was almost an open net for Chelsea. And Southampton will rescue themselves. Here's a kick. Palmer standing on this. It's a long one into the box there. Something will clear the alliance halfway at the counters. So Chelsea dominated that one and still man in the. I think it's marking a victory for Chelsea already. And Thomas Partey has been everywhere in the middle of the park for Arsenal, controlling the pace of this game, but still goalless in that one. Arsenal and Manchester sizing each other up as they get it straight. Half an hour of football at the Emirates. 0-0 at the counter.
So 0-0 it is at the Emirates Stadium. Ateta never settle down to the pressure. You always say pressure to women. That means that there's a lot of pressure in that encounter already. So come on in that one. 56th minute at the St. Mary's, Chelsea leading 3-1. 31st minute, approaching the 32nd minute in that encounter at the Emirates Stadium, still 0-0 it is. And yes, it looks like Marco Caella couldn't get that one in the back of the net. And Man City
just made it 3.
Pep Guardiola really be happy tonight. Victory in a long time. After
breath
a long
of
time.
fresh air.
Breath of fresh air. Breath of fresh air.
Really
You know, breath of fresh air. You know, talking about Liverpool again, talking about Salah, I think is one player that has actually done well this season. You know, 11 goals and 8 assists. Goal involvement is the highest so far in the Premier League. I think the person that followed next is Cole Palmer. Yeah, it's Cole Palmer that followed next. Yeah, because he has 8 goals and 6 assists. So 14 goal involvement. You know, Haaland had 12 goals, but no, there's no assist.
Yeah, but you give the highest scorer to the highest number of goals. Goals win games. Yes, goal and
I'm talking about goal involvement.
I know goal involvement massive. Now that it's more recognized than it was before, but still goals is the goals that win games. So, let's see how far they can go. And Doku getting the 3rd goal.
And I just talking about Allah does not have assist. He just recorded his first assist in the Premier League. This is
Yeah, that's
For
how it
Dogu.
works sometimes. It's just football.
Yeah.
You don't get these things, you don't really. It's just it comes with the
The flow of play.
directness
Yeah.
of play right there. So, Southampton back in possession, trying to keep it all together after going one man down at home to Chelsea. So, um, at the Emirates Stadium, it's still 0-0, 33rd minute. Arsenal back in possession. David Raya will start play from that goal kick situation and sends a long one forward. And that was a good pass from David Raya. My
Still Chelsea
goodness.
looking for the goal. What will he make out of that? None Madueke lost possession here. As Southampton will be coming out to attack against Chelsea right now. Parts of Fernandes get himself into the catch with the ball there. What would they make out of this? Goes onto the ball there for Southampton. Again, I just
beautiful move
Richard.
there!
Beautiful
Oh,
With
what?
the rest to the rescue for Chelsea. And you
My
can see the Southampton
goodness.
players asking for a penalty there. But beautiful save there from the Chelsea goalkeeper. Chelsea will look to storm the fence into attack. It might just be the moment. What will they make out of this? Cole Palmer with the ball there. But the finishing, well, the final touch actually led the Chelsea talisman down there. That's only going into the back of the net. What a big save there from the Danish goalkeeper there. Jorgensen to deny Southampton a second goal in this game. What a movement from Southampton. Joe Aribo picked up his teammate in the middle of the park, but they couldn't get that in Chelsea net. I'm still trying to see what the Southampton players are actually appealing. I guess that was touch on the ends of Marco Correa, who went sliding right there, but the referee says that was too easy to be a penalty. I guess just that is the explanation of the referee. Like how you'll be going to VR to have a view of that, and it looks like that might just be.
Right, we're having the third goal here, and it's Aston Villa who has made it 3 goals against Brentford. Yeah, that second goal was scored by Watkins,
It's not
and
VR,
the third
it's not
one,
VR. It's changing his clothes.
and the third one was scored by Cash in the 34th minute. So Aston Villa cruising right now against Brentford.
Big night for Aston Villa against Brentford after losing that game against Chelsea 3 right here tonight. Brentford are in that encounter 3-0. The lead in that encounter. What a game of football in the first half to be leading against Brentford 3-0. Who would have thought of that? The only fixtures here to give us a goal tonight has to be this one. Arsenal and Manchester United. We're at 38th minute, sorry. Still 0-0 at the Emirates Stadium. It's 3-0 already in that game between Everton and Wolverhampton, and also Manchester City and Nottingham Forest. It's Manchester City, Nottingham Forest 0, and Liverpool against Newcastle at the St James Stadium. It's Newcastle 1, Liverpool 1. Liverpool equalizing at the start of second half through Curtis Jones. Chelsea, who has been losing a lot of chances in this account, are still leading 1 against 10-man Southampton at the St Mary's.
So, Chelsea still leading 3-1. A double substitution it will be for Southampton at this point in time. And 36th minute at the Emirates Stadium, still Arsenal 0, Manchester United 0. And 37th minute against in the game, Aston Villa against Brentford, 3-0. Aston Villa leading in that one. The referee has done the proper changing, and I think the play will start
we
later.
can also see Southampton. 1 hour of football already. The double substitute Southampton counter the we can see will be 28. I'll be seeing confirmation of a player who has been coming up to counter. It looks like that is Fraser was withdrawn. Sorry, Armstrong was withdrawn. And it's Fraser who has been counter. Double substitution, and also Breton Diaz will be coming off for what's it called? Mana. Let's see what these two players game for Tema Southampton. I think I've just this player's going to play 90 minutes.
I think we're drawing Cole Palmer importantly
Because they have Tottenham to think of on
yeah,
Sunday.
on Sunday they have Tottenham the North London and London derby. Yeah, so I think that they need to think in that direction. and actually do the needful. So Enzo Fernandez will take this corner kick at this point in time.
All right, 63 minutes of action played already right there at the St. Mary's. Corner kick to Chelsea. I guess still other players are still waiting for the information from the referee that should be taken. Yes, and we can get it as Chelsea captain Enzo Fernandez. We're starting on this corner kick deal. Sends it into the box there. Yeah, might just be a chance for Chelsea. Easily headed out there. Still back in play. Madueke will find Moises Caicedo. Caicedo look well there, finds a Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto sends this out wide. Finds his Chelsea team. Mama who tries to send one into the box, but Southampton will regain possession. Attack there. Cameron with the ball there. Looks in what finds Joe Aribo. Aribo with the ball. Got the equalizer for Southampton in this counter, but they couldn't lead. Also considered 2 goals. Countered, but 10 man are still looking, lively in the counter. Let's see if they can get one goal back against Chelsea.
Yeah, let's see if they can get one goal back, reduce the goal deficit in this one. And across into the box, we've seen Jorgensen with 2 very good saves.
Yeah, we also saw one in the Conference League, yeah, against NDM. A fantastic point blank save there from the Chelsea goal. That was a beautiful catch there from the Chelsea back in position. That's one. Also at the Emirates Stadium, we are getting straight 8 minutes that encounter, and it's still 0-0 in that one. Thomas Partey with the ball there. We look out wide, finds this Arsenal has a look attack right there. Martinelli with the ball there. What will he make out of that? Cut inward with the ball, but return back to Thomas Partey, who finds Zinchenko and back to Thomas Partey. It looks like Thomas Partey is the architect of it all in the back for us.
Yeah, he has to come big for them today. Presence in the heart of the midfield. He had to go head to head with Bruno Fernandes, a very silky and very tricky midfielder. But let's see who will get the best out of one another at the end of the day. But the cross into the box by Martinelli was taken easily by
yeah, might just bring a chance. Marco Correa with the ball, but
this?
Chelsea go for a cross. Oh, is that not going to the back of the net? Only Madueke should be withdrawn.
What is this?
How is he not scoring that? For Christ's sake. Yeah, like I said, the Arsenal fans are not really favored, or they are not really interested in the Arsenal matchup against the Manchester United. That has to show a lot of fear going in the mind, and that's what the game Manchester United has really dead. There is Southampton will look for attack right now, sends it back onto the path of Walter Peters. Walter Peters will cross into the box, but that's eluded this Southampton players in the box, and it's out for a corner kick to Southampton there.
Yeah, corner kick to Southampton. Look at that replay again. The beautiful chip.
Oh my grace.
That was a nonchalant finishing there. Chelsea. Now Newcastle, who has restored or retaken their lead in that game against Liverpool. Looks like it's not Liverpool tonight against Newcastle.
Yeah, that's what they call Lord's work. Newcastle is doing the Lord's work for Chelsea, particularly Chelsea, because it looks like Man United with the Lord's work.
I really fancy Manchester United getting it.
Yeah, you have to fancy it because with the way it looks, Arteta has not really been able to wrap his hands around the tactical approach of Amorim, and it's easy for Amorim to study this Arsenal side and know the kind of way he wants to play against them. So I still think that over time we will have a more really solid litmus test for Manchester United.
All right, straight into the 67th minute. That's one with Chelsea and Southampton at the St. Mary's. Chelsea were back in position and cruised victory counter. Where was a bad pass there from Moises Caicedo, lost possession as of the Kamaldi of Southampton. Southampton will look to attack right now against Chelsea. What will they make out of this? Attack sends it to parts of his but into the finds Joe Aribo. But Southampton lost possession and just attack there. Got Felix being held down there. The referee says yes, that is to Chelsea. The Portuguese has been an handful player for the Southampton defenders in this counter. And don't forget, Southampton are currently playing with one down against Chelsea counter.
And it doesn't really look like Yeah,
I
they
think
are
the Chelsea
really
players have
covering a
really,
lot of
they've really relaxed
relaxed.
in this game.
Yeah,
Yes, they know that looks like they are almost right. But he go for Southampton in this account,
we spoiled
which
them.
actually spoiled. So I just hope the Chelsea defenders are so careful not to see a critical goal against this side in the counter. Back into the out of defense. Yes, this Tosin Adarabioyo will find his Chelsea teammate. Oh, just to make out of that, looks like yes, that was João Felix with the ball there. Just possession here. He's onto the hands of Malo Gusto. Finds Noni Madueke, who has a lot of yards of space to actually cut. Send it straight to Marco Correa. Correa returns it to Mrs. Caicedo. Mrs. Caicedo will cross, finds his Chelsea teammates. But the Southampton will clear their lines and not interested in conceding a goal against Chelsea in this. What a game, what a game. Good pass there. Oh, is that offside?
No, I don't.
Not offside. And a good touch there from Malo. Went aimlessly. There was nobody.
Couldn't pick his,
couldn't pick his teammate. But they're trying to Chelsea this time around. Enzo Fernandez on the ball there, return back to Tosin Adarabioyo. Tosin will look further into the defense there. I think the pairing of Tosin and Ezel Tasi has actually been more mature than we having Tosin or Ezel playing or pairing with Badashi out of Chelsea.
Yeah, it looks more mature, and you have to give a lot of credit to Tosin. The calm of the two, he's so calm, and he has experience on his side, and that was a good
What's he doing? What's he doing?
What is
Okay, back in play is Mal Disasi on the ball there. Here's on Chelsea, Malo Gusto with the ball. What will Malo make out of that? This should be Arsenal. Referee last place to continue. Manchester United will look gets one off there. Yes, so finally, it looks like Julian Timber. I just hope that's not a bad injury. Okay,
yeah.
No, that wasn't Timber. Yes, the Chelsea with the ball there. He might just be a chance. And Noni Madueke and still can't put it into the back of the net. And now we come back out to the England International. Noni Madueke with the ball there. You have to give it to Joe Looming, the Southampton goalkeeper. He has really denied them Chelsea a lot of scoring chances. Second half, and that was
Malaysia against
Malaysia should be able
against
to,
Julian.
Should be fit. This encounter. Yes, that's still Chelsea. Marco Correa with the ball returns it to the middle of the park, finds Moises Caicedo. Caicedo will take a long one, tries to go out wide and finds Malo Gusto. Still with the ball for Chelsea, returns it to Enzo Fernandez, who is the standing captain as the Chelsea's captain. Rich James is out injured with an hamstring injury. Yes, it's a disaster with the ball there. Both players are starting as a fresh centre backs for Chelsea. Nice encounter. Yes, Tosin finds his Chelsea teammate. Chelsea will look to attack right here. Here is Freya finds his Chelsea teammate there, the captain, Enzo Fernandez with the ball there, returns of the park. Chelsea attacking. And right, I think we can see the difference between Christopher Nkunku and what's he called, Nicholas Jackson, because we'll have seen a lot of involvement from Nicholas Jackson in the box. Nicholas Jackson looks to me more like a box predator than Christopher Nkunku. Apart from aside the goal he scored, that tapping he put in the back of the net, I don't think we've really seen much from Christopher Nkunku. Counter.
Yeah, and another thing you have to talk about Jackson is he knows when to withdraw from the number 9, join from the left or join from the right. Allow another player to arrive and do the finishing. That's one of the things Nkunku doesn't really have as at now. He doesn't really know how to, when to draw out and just join your teammate and build up into it. And it's half time at the Emirates Stadium. 0-0 it is at this point in time.
Chances have been hard to come by in that encounter. I doubt if we have up to 3 shots on target from both sides at the end of first half of that game. Arsenal and Manchester United 0-0 at halftime in that one. I think it's really, I think manager Ruben Amorim might just be happy with the way this scoreline is right now.
Yeah, he will be happy. It's one of the very, very tough ground to come. And surviving first 45 minutes is not bad actually.
That's for substitution. Madueke being withdrawn. Rightfully withdrawn.
You just
I didn't want to see him playing in the not in the EPL. Look at the chances. Look at that chance. He should be scoring this.
He's too casual.
So exactly where I want to say. It's so casual
It's
there.
too
That was a
casual.
casual
Like,
touch from him. You need
honestly.
to put more power on that ball. It's not Madueke who hasn't scored the first going this game. We'll have put more power on that.
Yeah.
But you see the non-Madueke I saw from the beginning of the season is like it's different now. I saw the hunger for him getting
You
goal
know,
towards the
that was
beginning.
when the competition
beginning,
was stiffer. And now it looks like he has gained ground into the first team and he's beginning to come casual.
Each time he doesn't score, like he want to kill himself.
His
And now you just feel.
And now the funniest thing is that you be so selfish in front of goal, but you are still casual at the same time. Is it that you are selfish and clinical, or casual and you drop the assist? It's as simple as that. We see players be casual in front of goal, like Hazard. But what he will do is he will create for the guys around him. He will enjoy his game. But don't come and deny the club chances at goal, and you still be casual at the end of the day.
Yeah, man, just very chance for Chelsea with that beat. Oh, Numing to the rescue there for Southampton. And Chelsea made a substitution earlier on. His Donny Madueke was withdrawn, and Jadon Sancho was still looking for his first goal for Chelsea, being thrown in. And I think this is the game in my fancy getting his first goal against Southampton.
I really want to see him.
Yeah, I really want to see him get a goal. Yes, Southampton back in pool of the ball. Kamaldeen with the ball there. Also, another Ghanaian on the pitch there, back in play. Kamaldeen with the ball. Oh, sorry, that is not Waters. Peter Waters there with the ball. Sorry, Waters returned back into the midfield of Southampton. Southampton was with the ball. They're still trying to turn Marco Correa. Finally lost ball. Okay, regains possession and very slick player on his day. Here's on Southampton out against Chelsea. Yeah, just very chance for them to fancy getting one back. What would they make out of this? Yes, with the ball there, cuts inward with the ball, still goes onto it, finds himself in the box, finds Sugar Kawa there. Yes, in the back in cross. The beat for Southampton. Let's see another cross return, but Tosin Adarabioyo clear the lines for just in possession. Don't take that away from João Felix.
All right, let's look at 2-2. Liverpool are just equalized.
Wow.
But let's quickly look at the first half of the match between Arsenal versus Manchester United. I was surprised to know that Manchester United actually dominated possession in that game, 52% to 48.
Dominated possession, but it has been a backing in the first half. We've not seen a lot of attacking movements in the box from these two sides. The only time Arsenal looked threatening like Manchester United was from the set pieces. Even Manchester United, not really, into the Arsenal, not seen us, trying to in the box. Even Alejandro Garnacho has been kept quiet by Julian in this half. Game has really looks like a sideways passes for me, rather than tactical game whereby these two sides goes end to end against each other. That is what people between Manchester and Arsenal. But we're seeing two sides who are really conservative against each other. I just hope the second half will be better than what we
and again the goal attempt here, 3 for Arsenal and 2 for Manchester United. Not so much shot on goal, no shot on goal by either side.
No, there was no shot on goal.
It was a tacky first
it's
half.
just a tacky first
I
half
just
game.
think I think that it is due to the fact that they couldn't really get a hold of each other's approach to this is the first time the managers are really facing each other with strong teams at their hands. But the way it looks, Ruben Amorim looks like a manager that will finally build that structure. They need to take a chill pill. Maybe for this, and who knows, it might aid the ground running like Enzo. Oh, we can't compare to Enzo because Enzo met a house that is in.
Even Enzo had a bad
No, he met. You can't compare the team Pochettino met with the one Enzo met. Now we've gotten a.
And there's an opportunity for Chelsea. Good league up player and goal number 4. And it's Cole Palmer.
Finally getting his goal. Jadon Sancho with the assist there. I think that I would have loved Jadon Sancho putting that into the back line. Good build-up play there from Jadon Sancho. He's always having 1 or 2 assists whenever he comes up for Chelsea. And what a beautiful goal. Got the 4th goal in this one. It's Cole Palmer who has scored his 9th goal in the EPL this season. That guy is making sure that not if.
Yeah, he's making sure. And that was an on-time one from João Felix.
Okay,
got
that was
the
João
ball.
Felix, not Okay, it was
Nkunku.
Was it Nkuku with the
Yeah,
assist?
it's Nkunku. Yeah,
Let's
it
see
was
that
Nkunku.
again.
Yeah, it was
Wow.
Nkunku.
Yeah, that was Nkuku.
Wow, wow,
There.
wow.
And
That
that
would
would
have been a penalty. That would have been a penalty if that hadn't gone like of the net. But Kopama will take that goal for Chelsea. It's Chelsea fourth goal in this encounter. The first and the second half. Kopama's ninth goal, in the 2024-2025 EPL season. What a season! What a terrific player! Kopama, cold as ice. You can see what that goal means. Young England international. He should be starting for England right now.
Yeah, I think he should be starting. No argument. I think player that right now and Sancho too. With the coming back from it, like he didn't leave.
And he's now looking. You can see him in the Chelsea side. You can see the joy on his face. And actually, player, they happy playing at home at Stamford Bridge. Chelsea,
and it's his boyhood club.
Yeah. Also, Chelsea will be making a substitution. It looks like it's Renato Viega will be thrown in counter. The Portuguese left back is an utility player because he doesn't play just one weekend. Hustler of a footballer.
Honestly.
Put him anywhere on the pitch, ready to play.
Getting that kind of a player for 6 bargain.
A really good bargain for. I say that is second substitution Chelsea in this encounter, and the Renato Vega. That's always coming in for. Just hope. That should be probably Marco Correa. Enzo Maresca might just take another person off for that young man. It's just 79 minutes of action right there at the Stamford Bridge, and also due to all will be thrown. Yeah, yes, rightly, it's Marco Correa was thrown for Renato Vega to come in. The 20 years old Portugal international Cole Palmer also been withdrawn after that goal for a deserved rest there, and he's off to a standing ovation from the the traveling Chelsea fans right there at the center. You can see them, they cherish their talisman that fans and show all the love and affection. And it's due to girl who has been game for the remaining 12 minutes of the second half.
I wonder why Maresca is not featuring Neto Pedro today. Probably it's not a big watch.
I don't really think there's much. When you look at the next game against
Tottenham Hotspur, so we need Neto ahead of Madrid.
Yeah.
Because Neto is a more serious player and more direct. Can't afford to lose chances. I understand. I don't know if Shegun is not a Chelsea fan. Because for most of last season, I saw him.
This season, I'm a fan of Ramos.
They are not even topping.
Last season, they denied Chelsea in public.
On there.
Southampton will look to attack against Chelsea, looking to get their second goal in this game, was easily dispossessed of the ball there. Just hope that's not an injury worry there. That's not injury. That's like
I said,
hamstring. Wow.
Hey, fuck, I said
hamstring.
I think it's a warning. I think he's going
to see.
Is there any other player that can besides?
There's none.
None
that can do what he does. That's it.
I think there was a touch. There was a touch on it. That was almost. Better be withdrawn.
It better be withdrawn. This guy, he gets down, gives us a shock.
This game is done and dusted already. 4-1. There's no way. There's no coming back for Southampton.
Enzo should just bring in what is his name? Lavia. And just bring.
You have to be all on the pitch. Probably there's no need for Lavia in this. Lavia is another player you want go out in, and you also a player who has a glass legs.
Yeah.
So
but if he goes out injured, we have equal. We don't have equal. Is it still going, the gaffer?
Yeah, everything
is still going.
Everything is in order.
Okay, yes,
everything is in order.
The ball there returns it to Disbrio. Disbrio will find Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto sends the back to Disbrio. Enzo Fernandez, the Chelsea captain, finds Moises Caicedo, who is back on his feet. Enzo with the ball finds Malo Gusto, who I think is ripe enough for his first French senior team appearance.
Honestly,
let's see.
I don't think there's a right back from France that can do what he do right now.
We can argue that.
Because if you look at the way he infused into that number 10 role, infused into that number 8 role, and still float on the wings. Honestly, Malo Gusto is the reason Chelsea fans are not missing games.
Yeah, no doubt. You can say that again. It's Jadon Sancho with the ball there. The trickster player whenever he's with the ball. Chelsea attacking right there, lost possession. Yeah, he's a ref. I think 90-minute action. There's João Felix. Tries to dribble his way there, but the Southampton defender says, yeah.
And it look like Liverpool is unstoppable. They have gone 3-2 already in this encounter.
Nice on the slot.
They've gone 3-2.
Who's going to be there?
And it looks like Madrid has gone 1-0 down.
Barcelona fans will be happy. Olapo and
the Duck.
Yes, we're straight into the 83rd minute of that one between Southampton and Chelsea. 7 more minutes to go in that fixture. It's Chelsea will be taking a victory on the road in this one against us Southampton right there at the St. Mary's. Back into the defense there, back to the goalkeeper there, leave long one. But Malo Gusto got hold of that, sends it straight to Disasi. Disasi with the ball for Chelsea, points out wide there, finds Renato Viega. Renato Viega cuts inward and finds Tosin Adarabioyo, who is still lost between making his international commitment to either Nigeria or the England national team. Sancho with the ball there, a player who is also looking to get back into the national. Comes back into the finds Enzo Fernandez. And you can Chelsea manager there giving applause after song there by the Chelsea traveling fans. There's still Chelsea in possession. Here is Jadon Sancho as a Kamal to be a bit of still there. What will they make out of that? Still Sancho back to Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez with the ball for Chelsea. That's why he finds Moises Caicedo. Caicedo finds just João Felix. João Felix holds on to it and returns it back to Moises Caicedo. Caicedo with the ball there. What we just out of this finds Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez, Chelsea standing captain, returns back into finds Malo Gusto. And just like Yemi rightly said, the Malo Gusto floats around. You see him in 10, you see him plays comes forward as 8, and you see him go outward to play as a right back for Chelsea. Those a dynamic player for Chelsea in that 21 or 20 years old or 21 years old French international. Still Chelsea 4, Southampton 1 at the 85th.
All right now Mo Salah equal Erling Haaland in the top scorer sheet there, 12 goal. You know, but if you're talking about his assist, it's another thing entirely. You know?
I don't know how he's what's it called? Haaland still not scoring today, even when Manchester City are winning. Assist. And I don't
he got an assist.
Oh, he got an assist.
Yeah.
Okay. Those are still not coming. I think that's about 6 games. No goal for Erling Haaland. Drought. I can't. Just like even Pep Guardiola. When was the last time we did see Erling Haaland not on the score sheet? 6 games on a bounce from Manchester. A big test for this.
Yeah, of course. And for the bookies, we have seen all games 2.5 except Manchester United, Arsenal.
If there's 1.5, I think. If there's 1.5, I think they're really right. But yeah, straight into the 86th minute of that one between Chelsea and Southampton. 4 more minutes to go to the end of regulation time. So Southampton trailing 4-1 at home against the counter. A long one there, equally met there by the Chelsea defender. Chelsea hold on to that, but Southampton regains possession. An half-time substitution for Manchester United. Amad Diallo has been thrown in that account.
Yeah, Amad Diallo being introduced. It looks like Manchester United will want to attack at this point in time. You can see Nicolas Jackson looking.
There's no point bringing him in. You have about 5 more minutes. 3 more minutes. Thrown. Was it Jackson that account? It's Southampton lost possession in it. Also, we look attack right there. It's Felix with the ball. Will he drop a pass there?
And it's the moment there.
Is that Sancho? Yes, it's Jadon Sancho. finally getting his first goal for Chelsea. And what a moment from the England international. A beautiful sight to behold. Well-deserved goal from him. A beautiful shot there. And Jadon Sancho made it 5-1 for Chelsea against Southampton. You can see what it means to the young man.
It means a lot.
This Chelsea squad.
After getting a lot of assists and getting this one, withdrawing Noni and still having a player like Sancho to come in, the squad is really making sense, right?
Another apart from the squad, you also give credit to Maresca. You know how to twerk these players. You know how to twerk them. You know how to bring them in. You know how to look at the
situation. That's what we miss from Madueke. The directness. That is it. You have to just go direct. You have to go. You have to be intentional with your touch whenever you are with the ball. That was what we got there from.
And look at Malo Gusto with the pass.
That was João Felix. I'm very sure he will be dropping that pass. There's no way João Felix will drop that pass. He would have gone for it himself. And good goal from Jadon Sancho. And you can see the Saints. They are now walking. There's a song they used to sing at Southampton.
When the Saints go marching in.
They're marching out this time around. They're marching out this time around. They're not marching in. VAR checking for potential offside, and looks like that goal might be chalked off for Jadon Sancho. Let's see what a VAR decision will be. Goal, no offside offense. Yes, it's a goal. That is a confirmation on the goal stands. Jadon Sancho will have been praying when that goal was being checked, but it stands and he has his first goal in a Chelsea cup.
Yeah, now Chelsea will about stamps that second position.
What's the victory for us?
I don't think they can
get 4 goals.
They can't even get 5.
And it's a moment for us now. Can they make it? Can they get the first goal? But that was a wayward.
Yeah, Martinelli.
Back in play there. It says the 8th and 9th minutes. 1 more minute to go in regulation time in that one between Chelsea and Southampton. And it's Chelsea leading 5-1. Oh, yeah, just great moment for Chelsea.
Oh, Newcastle just equalized. Oh, my grace.
Oh, my goodness. That's one hell of a game, my goodness.
That is a game of football for you.
Wow.
He has a back in play there at the St. Mary's. And we're straight into the 90th minutes of regulation time. 5-star performance from Chelsea against Southampton, and the goals were just actually stained by that goal scored by Joe Aribo. That was the only dent on the 5-star performance we're getting from this Chelsea boys. And back to disaster with the ball there. Looks forward and finds Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez drops it straight for Dewsbury. Dewsbury goes straight to the latest goal scorer, Jadon Sancho. Will trace a pass with Dewsbury. Finds João Felix. João Felix returns straight to Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto back to the part of his Chelsea team. Malo Gusto with the ball there. Finds João Felix. João Felix has also been interesting in this encounter. Back to Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto finds Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez looks forward. Finds Tosi Adarabioyo. Tosi finds his Chelsea team. Desasi goes. That's why there finds Chelsea team there. Well, we Chelsea make Renato Vega with the ball there, and returns it back to Desasi. Desasi finds Enzo Fernandez. Enzo Fernandez drops it for João Felix, who turns around this man and just making him to the cleanser there. Finds Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto. Jadon Sancho. Jadon Sancho tries to drop one and drops it. With that beat for Chelsea. No, Southampton clears the lines. Without still being played out there. There's Southampton with the ball. Would that be it for Arsenal from that set piece situation? But Manchester United clears the line. But still Arsenal through Bukayo Saka in possession of the ball. Returns it back into the middle of the park. And that game is still 0-0. We're still waiting for a first goal. That's one at Emirates Stadium. Back to a game where we've seen 6 goals already. And still Chelsea who are still hungry. We have 6 minutes additional time being added by the referee. Yeah, might just be a chance for Chelsea. But straight into the hands of the goal.
I wonder why Caicedo is still in the well, he has not been solved. No, he's still playing for Chelsea at this point in time.
That is left for the Chelsea manager to decide. For me, I don't really know why. I don't expect him up to the boys. Small smiles on the bench. That is what you get from this. And when we are getting straight into the 20th game or 20th week of this EPL, and Chelsea has to find themselves in second position. even Liverpool should be scared of their own first position.
Of course, of course.
Especially if they drop points today.
Yeah, if they drop point today.
Chelsea will be on their heels.
Yeah.
And anything can still happen.
Delete.
So if they drop 2 points today, if they draw today, that means it will be 5 point.
And they don't have Martinez.
Martinez is out injured.
Also
I'm
injured.
sure he's out injured also.
No, I think Martinez is yellow card.
Yellow card or injury.
I think.
Right, he's out injured. I
What?
think about 3 weeks.
Wow. So
But they have
Harry Maguire.
Euro
on the bench.
back,
Yeah,
at
who's
18 years old. A lot
this
of
kind of
under this
encounter.
football.
So still 3-3 at the St James's Park. I think the two Saints has finally produced 6 goals each in the venue of those. So Malo Gusto finds Jadon Sancho down the right, and Chelsea with a 5-star performance right here. Look at the leaping, and leaping.
Better just don't take.
Leaping and still want to
He
continue.
shouldn't force it.
As so Fernandez drops one straight under the path of Malo Gusto. Malo Gusto with a cross there, but that eluded the Chelsea players on the box there, straight into the path of looks like that was an offside. Yes, that is an offside call against Malo Gusto, rightly given there by the referee, and we're straight into the 94th minutes, approaching the 94th minute of 6 minutes additional time. Ooh, that was went straight at the woodwork.
Yeah, it was the woodwork.
Wow.
It was the
Oh.
woodwork.
Well, that would have counted. Here's a goal kick. It's going to be a free kick for Southampton against Chelsea. It has been a wholly dominated performance from Chelsea in this encounter. A long one there from Southampton. Looks to attack against Chelsea. Renato Vega has his hand against the Southampton player. They finally regains possession. Looks like that is going to be an offside call against Southampton. Yes, rightly given by the fourth official. And by the last man there, sorry. Going to be a free kick to Chelsea. Arsenal with the ball there, and it's still Gabriel Martinelli who has been with. Don't really know why he starts ahead of what's it called?
Honestly, I don't know, but
I think Trossard looks more prolific.
I'm more mature.
Yes,
in
more
front
mature
of goal.
when he attacks. And advantage Arsenal because they have a corner kick against Manchester United. I can see them setting their formation right there. Attacking for Chelsea right there. There is a Chelsea still looking for more goals. Counter. What's that?
Short of a pass. No.
Tackle there.
It was Jadon Sancho trying to pick up
Sancho.
Enzo.
Southampton in possession of the ball. Arsenal has a corner kick and they'll fancy their chance of getting a goal in.
And
the
Arsenal just got one.
That is it. A corner kick.
Corner kick and it's a goal for the Gunners.
Typical Arsenal. And it's Julian Timber who has broken the deadlock at the Emirates Stadium. Typical Arsenal from the corner kicks. And it's Julian Timber with the first goal there in the 51st minute, approaching the 52nd minute. And it's the Netherlands international who actually took advantage of Declan Rice corner kick. He put on the platter, cooked by Declan Rice, eaten there by
Timber.
All right, that means this season Arsenal have got scored from corner kick 6 times. You know, last season they scored up to 15 to 14 times.
That's their way of scoring now. Corner kicks.
Oh, that's an own goal.
Oh, like that was the lead.
It was not a goal. It was not an own goal.
It
was Julian Timbers.
I think Amorim should be looking to ring some change inside right now. Because you look at Mason Mount, what has he brought him from the whole of the first half to the start of the second half? He has really looked quiet for Arsenal in this encounter.
Yeah. So game on in that one, Arsenal leading 1-0 already. And Real Madrid are still trailing 1-0 at Atletico Bilbao, one informed team this season in the La Liga. Let's see what will happen in that one. Brahim Diaz has been brought on. And it looks like a tall order for Real Madrid.
Yeah, this is second half. This is 60.
Madrid,
67th.
Yeah. And Real Madrid got a goal in the first half. Was chopped off.
For offside, yeah.
Okay, that's
Mbappe
the
was
final
cut off.
whistle at the St. Mary's, and it's Chelsea who has taken the victory over Southampton in that encounter. It's 5-1 victory for Chelsea in that game.
Yeah, Chelsea move straight to the second spot and it looks like that's how it's going to end.
All right.
This match day.
Yeah, Manchester City 3-0. It ended against Nottingham Forest. Yeah. So congratulations to the winners for today. Yeah, congratulations to the winner. And the match is ongoing right now. Chelsea, Manchester United. Yeah, the big one for the day. All right, now it's still Chelsea, who have been motivated by that goal, and this guy hammered into the box now. But hey, he has been blocked there by the Manchester United defend, and they will start all over again from the middle of the park. So, but the referee say an infringement right now against Arsenal.
Oh, it's an advantage Arsenal. Manchester
And
United.
Real Madrid have a penalty.
Yeah, Real Madrid having a penalty.
I hope he doesn't lose it. This one.
And
This
Simeon, the
will
goalkeeper,
lose
is also a
that one.
fantastic
Yeah,
penalty
the
stopper.
number one for Spain.
That's what he does.
Is a bit not calm. Let's see if he will score this one.
Oh!
No, like I said,
Mbappe missed it.
when it comes to Iniesta Simeon in penalty situations, and this is going to cause a lot of conflict in dress, because they lost one in the Champions League. And we saw what happened in the La Liga game when what's it called Bellingham chose to take the penalty the last fixture for Real Madrid.
And he scored, and Jude Bellingham scored. Yeah.
And right now we have Kylian Mbappe having a worrisome season with Real Madrid. Now losing another penalty for Real Madrid. And straight into the 57th one between Arsenal and Manchester United. It's still Arsenal 1, Manchester United 0.
All right, Aston Villa 3, Brentford 1. Brentford just scored one right now in the 55th minute of that encounter. So it's 3-1 so far in this encounter, and Arsenal leading.
Here's a chance for second goal. Bukayo Saka couldn't just get the needed touch on that. And straight into the hands of the Manchester United goalkeeper Andrew Onana will deny Arsenal a chance of getting the second goal. These are the kind of chances you expect Arsenal to be putting in the back of the net. Bukayo Saka on his good day would have scored that for the Gunners. Couldn't get that into the net this time around. We are approaching the 8 minutes of this encounter. 1 minute away till we get into 1 hour mark of football in that one between Arsenal and Manchester United. Manchester United who comes out now to attack. Alexandre Garnacho with the ball there. And cuts it wide touch.
Oh,
sorry, that was
Dalot
there. Trying to get that into the back of it, but that sails off wide the goal post of David Raya.
So that is it. A beautiful moment there for Manchester United, who have actually given good account of themselves.
That's not fun celebrating.
With time, I think with time, this Manchester United we are seeing today, they can contest, they can fight for the top 4 because they are gradually picking up. I'm impressed with what I see today from Manchester United.
Well, it's been a good performance. Considering that goal of that corner kick, Arsenal. Although that has been Arsenal trademark, we can see the two. Yeah, Euro will be making his Premier League debut for Manchester United.
Honestly,
18 years old will bring for Manchester United. But I don't think there was any need for substituting out Harry Maguire. We are still living the has been injured on this pitch.
I think you will have his reason for doing that. Maybe Harry Maguire is not. This is his first start. Maybe he's not really getting what they wanted him to do at that point in time. But I still think that this season, Man U will look a bit better under Ruben Amorim.
Ruben Amorim, our off football counter, yes. Yeah. Gabriel Martinelli with the ball, switching into box there. Out as Declan Rice couldn't get onto that. It's another corner kick for Manchester for Arsenal. And you can see the players already celebrating after getting that corner kick.
Time is coming where they'll be playing corner kick like penalty.
Declan Rice on this corner kick as from Arsenal from the same position where they got the first goal in the counter. It'll be the second goal for Arsenal. It's 60 minutes of football already at the Emirates Stadium. Julian Timber, the goal scorer for Arsenal, will they be getting the second goal? The players all lined up behind the Manchester United player. There's another corner kick. The Clarence will be standing on for Arsenal, but they make out of this Declarize with the corner kick, and you can see the referees having still standing in the break, have a better view of what is. Yes, Saliba is also in the box, and the referees having the word with the French defender and Rashmond Oshlund in the box. There, I think they are dragging. Yeah, so let's see. With Arsenal be getting the second goal of this, that is what they're about to do. Also in that game between Real Madrid and Atletico Bilbao, it's a free from Atletico Bilbao, sends it into the box, but that's one threatened. Thibaut Courtois, the goalkeeper. And this time around, still we're waiting for this Arsenal. Okay, it has been taken.
It has been taken. That was a close one.
That was a close. That
Oh
was
my
close.
grace!
I think it was Zizi
My
who had
goodness!
to put a head on. Oh, it was Zizi almost scoring. That
Oh
was
my
going straight into the back of the net. If not for the head of that Manchester United player, we sent that out. It's another kind of kick to Arsenal in the 61st minute of this encounter. Whoever thought Arsenal this defense, this corner kick lineup actually
Genius.
is actually. There's another corner kick for Arsenal. We can see about 5 players. But you know, the batting is against Manchester City on their day. They'll take advantage of this and hit Arsenal
On the counter, yeah.
and put it into the back of them, because you can't have about 4 of your defenders out there defending. Whereby, how are they going to recover in transition against them? They can't win the league with this kind of pattern.
All right, Mike, how do you feel right now with Sanchez today after 5 assists, getting his first goal for Manchester for
Sancho,
after 5 assists, getting his first goal for Chelsea?
Yeah, I think it's long overdue. I think if he didn't go out with that injury, I think he would have gotten that goal earlier, because it looked like a player that was improving it. Yeah, he got it. He was injured for 2-3 weeks or 4 weeks.
Yes.
Yeah, so I think he could have gotten the goal, but right now he's looking good, and I think that is a good one for his confidence. And we are yet to see his best. I think his best is still coming up.
All right.
Come back and play his Manchester United, who are chasing this game, looking for equalizer in this encounter. That's Amadi Allo couldn't get on that, was Manchester United. Open play there. We can see that is the Arsenal's set piece coach there. Have to give it to him. The reason why Arsenal are leading back at movement from Arsenal. That's it from last season. A lot of movement from the affected is this also threatening whenever they have a contact. Here's Arsenal now looking to score from open play in this counter. They do that. We have about 27 more minutes to go in this counter.
Yeah, so there's still time at the Emirates Stadium for Man U to come back into this encounter. Yeah, Robert Stamps, Chelsea now in 2nd place, and Liverpool now topping with just 7 points instead of the 9 points. They dropped 2 points today thanks to Newcastle. That equalizer at the death of that encounter.
It's still Liverpool's league
to lose. Yeah.
Lose this. I think they've actually opened their back, pick them towards the end. They've looked good against it. Let's see how this one goes for Ruben Amorim. Maybe losing his phone in the as a Manchester. Not really look the shadow of the Chelsea in the half. This is what the Manchester United we saw in the first half against Arsenal. Still no shot target for Manchester United in this game.
So, and I didn't know why. I thought they changed the penalty taker, and now it looks like people Mbappe today. It's surprising.
Talking about Real Madrid giving Mbappe this penalty, we saw him lose the other one. Probably once in a while, a player can miss a penalty, but you give him the other chance.
Pressure on Mbappe is actually much. I don't know. I won't have expected. I won't have expected him to. Because the pressure is actually much.
And talking about Mbappe inclusion in Real Madrid, I think to me it has done more of a destabilization than a rearranging. You know, to
But
me,
it's too good of a deal to ignore. Getting Mbappe on a free.
But you don't. You can't write Real Madrid off. I think they can still come back in this game.
yeah, the present Real Madrid is not the one we used to know. You know, 1-0 against Atletico Bilbao
I think
at home.
they're also missing Vinicius
Yeah.
on the
Is it-
Vinny's. I can't even just imagine. That would have been the Real Madrid. Very sure the Real Madrid, the Barcelona fans will just be and of Atletico gets a second goal counter. Also, is a free Manchester United. Them gets a back against Arsenal at the Emirates Stadium. Arsenal on the bridge getting a slim over Manchester United. They are about 24 minutes away getting that victory. The cross into
And Real Madrid, Real Madrid
And
equalized.
Madrid just got an
Equalizer,
equalizer.
yeah.
Real Madrid can always come back in a game.
And it's
It
Bellingham.
look like it's
Jude
Jude Bellingham with the
Bellingham.
equalizer. The man from the moment is always there whenever Real Madrid needs just put that into the back of the net for Carlo Ancelotti and the boys. Now 1-1 in that encounter between Atletico Bilbao and
Let's
Real
just see
Madrid.
that run.
Look at that. It's onside.
Onside.
Because look at that shot.
Yeah.
It was a rebound.
And it's a good
That was
goal.
what we expected from Madrid
None of Madrid
earlier
that
on.
was.
Just wait.
And one thing you have to talk about Jude Bellingham is he's playing deep this season and he's still coming.
but I
out.
think that-
Okay,
that-
Mbappe got that shot.
I think that deep is his natural position.
He's an all-rounder in the midfield. But I think if you play him ahead, you get more goals from him. That season he was played ahead and
Wow,
he
have
got
to
a lot of
give it
goals.
to the save. That was the last stretch.
Oh,
of
my
idea
grace.
From the Spaniard second choice. But the
Hmm.
lead rose got his position right there. That's Obi going into the back of the net. Keeps Arsenal later. That it is still slim lead. Let's say if Real Madrid will get to the second goal in quick succession, and that's one. 1-1 at the is that Atletico Bilbao that is that who is at home or Real Madrid? Yes,
Atletico Bilbao at home.
But one player who has been quiet today has been counter.
Yeah, he has not really come to the party today. But let's just see. Maybe he will finally come into the party today. It looks like a game whereby if not for that set piece, I think it will still be 0-0 at the Emirates at this point in time. But over time, and Bilbao got the second goal.
Chance for Atletico Bilbao to restore.
Oh!
Atletico Bilbao are back eyeing the lead in that one against Real Madrid, and it's looking like it's going to be another way. You can see the dejection on the face of the Real Madrid players because they know it's back to square one, and it's Guerreta who got the second goal for Atletico Bilbao in that encounter. What a way to respond after conceding that after considering that equalizer.
I think it was Valverde that did that mistake.
Let's see. Looks like
Let's
he caused
see
a
the
mistake
views,
from
yeah.
him there.
Look at
Yeah,
my
that was Valverde.
goodness.
How was against this?
Wow.
What is this? Oh.
He was trying to
Pick a pass.
pick a pass there. Fortunately, pass into the Guetta there.
This is
Made no mistake
he
than
could
putting
have
that into the
played
back of the net.
Rudiger rather than go for that blind pass. Now that's one of the things they miss about Cruz. Really long night of
All right,
football.
straight into the 70th minute at the Emirates Stadium is Arsenal 1-0 the lead against Manchester United. Costing that goal from what's it called, Julian Timber. Look at it, it's still the same, form. Block the goalkeeper's view. There's no way the goalkeeper was going to come out to challenge an in-swinger. And I think the referees need to start making this a foul. Because there's no way you're blocking the goalkeeper in his own territory. Not even in the major box. That is the goalkeeper's territory.
But another thing again, the reason why the referee will not blow is that when the penalty is about to be taken, they are not there with the goalkeeper. They run towards. It's well calculated. Yeah, well calculated.
He has no direct contact with the ball. That is impuding.
Right.
Arsenal will be making two substitution right now, and it's Trossard and will be thrown into the second half for the remaining 20 minutes. And this man who has lost a lot of chances in this one. From Jeko complaining. Yes, Jeko also be withdrawn there. We have a Marino and Leandro Trossard that will be thrown into the second half for the 20 minutes of this encounter. Arsenal still leading 1-0.
Yeah, so Arsenal still leading 1-0. 71st minute of that encounter. Well, can Man U come back into this one? We've seen them lose a very good chance right there. Maybe, just maybe, they'll come back stronger into this one. Corner kick taken by Real Madrid right there in that encounter. And headed over the bar right there. So 83rd minute it is in that one. It's Madrid trailing 2-1 at Bilbao.
First minute, that's one. Arsenal and Manchester. Arsenal will look to an attack right there. And this is Leandro Trossard. What will he make out of this? He has Euro to and takes on Euro with a last ditch defensive deal work there for back into the hands of the 90 years of the Euro there. But lost possession. Arsenal regain possession. A big shot there that would threaten the United. Declan Rice with that shot that was easily defended there by Bruno Fernandes, who is more of a defensive work than attacking work. All right, we're straight into the 72nd minute, approaching the 73rd minute, which will leave us with less than 20 minutes to go in this encounter. Manchester United will be coming back in. Sorry, that is Odegaard with the ball there. Marcus Rashford. What?
Corner kick.
What was he trying to do?
All right, the corner kick to Arsenal right now. And the other encounter still stand 3-1. Aston Villa 3, Brentford 1. So right now with this victory, if it ends like this, Aston Villa is going back to 7th position on the table.
Arsenal can get there second. Alright, another corner kick for Arsenal. A chance for them to get the second goal. Look at the number of corner kicks. 9 to Arsenal, 0 to Manchester United in this game. And this set up again. Another chest ball from Arsenal.
And Arsenal got the second.
And they've gotten the second goal already. And into the net again! That is what they are known for. It is Saliba. How on earth did they master this act?
Yeah? Is their way? One way or the other, the goals will come. If you don't get it from open play, you get it from set pieces. But that is actually a way to go about it. If you can take advantage of set piece situation, always good. Look at him like Brentford. Brentford also knows how to take advantage of set pieces, and it works the magic for them. Also go for Arsenal. Look at that. So the players still go back and destabilize the whole setup of the Manchester United players, leaving out William Saliba, who was unmarked and in a comfortable situation, send it straight, crashing straight at oh, that was okay. It was
Partey headed it.
Who headed it straight
and
the path of William
Saliba.
Saliba took a very needed touch on that ball.
That I think he scored that goal with his boat.
No, I think his back is it has to be the back of his head.
Look at it now.
Arsenal enjoying cruising to victory right here at the Emirates Stadium. It has been a 3-9 game for Manchester United. Looks like,
what is it?
Real check. What's Real checking there?
What is he checking?
That's what Vera is checking. Let's see. I really want that goal.
Look at it. Look at it. It's his box. Not offside.
I don't think he's offside.
That should be a goal. Is that offside in corner kick?
He has
That's a goal.
It has to be Vera decision. What Vera decides that is offside. The decision has been made here. The referee confirmation are waiting right there. 7-50. That's the confirmation for the goal stars. William Saliba with the second goal for Arsenal as we're getting straight to 5th minute. 54 minutes of how to be played at the Emirates.
Yeah, beautiful. 75th minute. Remaining 15 minutes to play. Let's see if Arsenal will be getting another goal here through open play. Kai Havertz. 1v1 versus Onana. And good work there. Onana spread himself and saved that moment.
Yeah, good block there from to keep this Arsenal have about 50 into this one. I don't know why you're looking that way. That's me that way. But a team has really failed to get a shot on target in this. It has been fans Manchester United. It started like a house on fire, but at the end of the day, Arsenal had to call firefighters off that fire, and it was a downs. Corner kick again.
You know, I think
Corner kick.
yes, a corner kick.
Okay.
I think it is time for. I think it is time for.
You can see.
Ruben Amorim.
Welcome to the EPL. Welcome to the EPL. Oh,
Oh,
he was almost going for a goal himself.
it's another corner kick.
Okay.
I think it's time for managers to start, looking for a way to stop this Arsenal corner kick set piece. You know, as a part of
the
that.
best way they can do, the best way is don't keep a blind look of a player behind you. Try to push them out of that your last box, that your six
box 16,
Yes.
box 6.
No,
They
box
did this against Chelsea. They didn't get a goal. Depends on the defensive arrangement.
Look at it here.
Look at it again.
Now you can see the players. You can have about 3 players who are now putting an eye on them there. Let's see if they'll be getting the third goal. It's the 7th minute. Arsenal with their routine again. Sends a corner kick deep into it. Yeah.
Oh! How this guy has mastered this act,
Christ.
man? This guy are just good with corner kicks.
How are you going to get 3 goals from set pieces in this encounter? But that is prolific of Arsenal. You can't be having about 11 corner kicks and convert it to 11 even when they can't score from play. That he has mastered the art of getting a goal from. And they are not even looking to get a goal from open. It's from the corner kicks. Once you get a corner kick against Arsenal, once Arsenal get a corner kick against your team, you know that you are halfway to consider already in that game. I'll get straight into the 78 minutes, 5 more minutes for Manchester United to chase this one and get an equalizer against Arsenal. And they come down and score 2. So that is a moment.
All right, and you encounter Real Madrid, Atletico Bilbao is 90 minutes into that encounter, and it's 2-1. It's looking like is
There's no way.
well, either they can get a draw.
What's this from Mugati? How did you just go crashing like that?
There's Mugati.
You can see him still saying that probably that was a dive from Bukayo Saka. That should be a free kick to Arsenal. I think that this is still some lot of yards out of the goalpost. The Manchester United. Arsenal being Arsenal from set piece, every type and every angle of is a threat against the opponent. Saying the same for a third goal with them getting it against Manchester United. The 7th to 9th minute of this one. Arsenal with a free kick. Let's see what they make out of this. So is Nico Williams with the ball against Real Madrid, subject to a pair from Atletico Bilbao to Barcelona, but that move never materialized after having that crazy performance at the 2024. A cross into the box there. Still Manchester United in possession. Arsenal in possession of the this through there. Here is flashed out. We might still see it at go from. Oh, is it? It's a free kick.
It's a free kick.
Offside against Marino. Right, straight up.
And Anthony
What was it bringing Anthony
for Ojland? And
Manchester United people has to be. Generally, they need to go out for a striker. They need a transition striker. A tested striker is what they need. You can't have Ojland and Zegzi and say you are pushing to just can't win.
I think this is the first time Amadiallo is introduced into the game that I didn't see his impact.
There's no way he's an impact. He has for him. Which impact does they have? How many teams have played against Arsenal? The wingers having an impact against the Arsenal defenders. It's always on a rare occasion whereby you have that. Not everybody's like Mohamed Salah who can hold on to the ball and be tricky. But not everybody can be like Pedro Neto. Also the ball at his feet. Even though Madueke was so quiet against this Arsenal.
Wow. All right.
Straight into the 80th minute, 10 more minutes to play at the Emirates Stadium is Arsenal, who are cruising to victory against their rival Manchester United. Bukayo Saka with the ball right there, returns it back to Martin Odegaard. And other guy still holds on to the ball, finds Bukayo Saka. Bukayo Saka is yet to have a goal involvement in this encounter, if I'm not mistaken. Well, no assist from the England international. Manchester United looks to turn the fence into attack. Rashford will go there, cuts inward, but lost possession to Manchester Arsenal. Arsenal will look to turn the fence into attack right now as they look to attack against Manchester United, looking for more goals. 81st minutes, 9 minutes to
go. Yeah, 9 minutes to go. Arsenal with the ball in their own area. They send that one to the right wing, and a good link up play here because Sakazi off. The linesman flag is down. He drives into the penalty area and to the back 16 and a goal. That's a corner kick. Beautiful defensive work there by Euro. Yeah, so it's going to be another corner kick.
There was nobody, there was no Arsenal players in the sight there, so I could have done better than that outway corner kick. He could have even left that for his teammate behind him because there was no way Trossard was going to get onto that ball anymore. Now you're putting your team in another danger because that is always a danger whenever Arsenal attacks. Look at them. That's about 6 players putting themselves in a pack like Sunday.
All right, another corner kick for Arsenal. Yeah, another corner kick. Let's see if again they're going to get a goal from this corner kick. And Bukayo Saka is there to take it from the right wing. Yeah, from the right flank. Yeah, take a long one into the box. That's good. That one has been headed out.
It's always a threat whenever Declan Rice takes the corner kick. Because when Declan Rice takes the corner kick, either it's eating on the box, always aiming for the back of the net. So it's always closer than when Bukayo Saka takes the corner kick for Arsenal. It looks like it's Arsenal who are cruising in this one, like the famous victory for Atletico Bilbao, also in that one against Real Madrid. Real Madrid will be sweating on it. They will be feeling undone in this one after Kylian Mbappe missed the penalty for Real Madrid, a penalty that would have put them back in this game. But Jude Bellingham made up for those errors of Kylian Mbappe. They considered a second goal to Greza, who got on the Atletico Bilbao back in the league of this one. Odd victory, famous victory for Atletico Bilbao against Real Madrid, Spanish La Liga.
All right, and match still on. Manchester United with the ball. Euro, the debutant, send that one back to Onana, and Manchester United fancy the chance, building up from their own half. Send that one to the center circle and a cross there to the right wing, trying to link up Amadialo, but
he's a shot man.
Yeah, Amadialo couldn't catch up with that, and that has just gone cross the touch line for a train to Arsenal. Look at that! Look at that goal! But look at it. That was what is his name? Saliba actually pushed. Saliba actually pushed the defender there.
Yes, it was ready to make way for. What's Saliba push on? I think it was Pate will push wherever it is. Is it 4 minutes? We have about 6 more minutes in regulation. Let's see Manchester United will be coming back, or will be deficit, or maybe a moment ready. It's with the ball there for Manchester. What will he make out of that? See, also comes inward to the enemy's territory. Cameron finds a Marcus Rashford. Rashford with the ball returns back to Mazuri. Mazuri back and finds his teammate in the act of the midfield. That's the captain, Fernandez. Fernandez with the ball there. Come inward with the ball. Goes onto the ball there. Finds back to the part of his Manchester United. Manchester United. Rashford calls the back into the Manchester United. Getting good. But the referee says that should be Manchester against Arsenal for that on Anthony. But I think he should have allowed that advantage there. All right. Giving out that.
All right, it's the final whistle in the other country. Atletico Bilbao versus Real Madrid. So Atletico Bilbao 2, Real Madrid 1. That's how it ended. Yeah. Good result for the
good victory for Atletico Bilbao in that encounter against Real Madrid. I have to give it. Oh, that wasn't. It wasn't even Unai Simon who kept today.
Unai Simon.
I think it's Unai Simon who kept. Now the rest are the ghost brother Williams.
Okay.
Williams also. Good victory. Athletic. Victory. Barcelona fans will actually be happy because Real Madrid has a game in hand. They win their game in hand, they will still be going ahead of Barcelona on the top of the table. Barcelona got a victory yesterday. So they'll be find their stay at the top, at the summit of the La Liga. Manchester United right there in the 6th minute. He's taking it. It looks like it's Marcus Rashford. Drops
beautiful. That. Oh! Well, that's a beautiful.
I think it was the woodwork rescue. It was a good Manchester United. Goalkeeper, that was a poor. Better there.
Should be doing better. Should be doing better.
Arsenal not conceding any goal in the counter.
What?
Straight into the 6th minute of this game. 4 more minutes to go in this counter. It's Arsenal were cruising to 2-0, and at the end of this game, should they win 2, ending on point with Chelsea. Sadly, same point with Chelsea, who are currently sitting second on the league. And both teams will be 7 points at drift of the table toppers on Liverpool. Really looking. Manchester United will find themselves plugging it out right there in the 10th position. But I think the fans can really be happy with this performance. Apart from their play against Arsenal is a big test for Ruben Amorim, who is still trying, to get his foot on the paddle at Manchester United. But we can also see what he's trying to get with boys. But I think come January, they need to go into the market, get a striker. That is what this team needs. Back a striker that can put the back of the net. Ojlund will carry you to.
And but one thing you have to talk about is their threshold for FFP is really narrowed down.
There's no point. They can sell Zez in January. What's time to join?
How much? And get a striker of 70, 60. It doesn't cover. Let's just see what will happen at the end. But the way it looks, Man U has a good coach at the end.
Yeah, they have a good coach in their hands.
Straight into the 88th minute, someone going this counter in regulation time. We'll be seeing how many minutes will be added by the 4th of fixture at the end of this encounter. It looks like Andre Onana is currently down. I'm feeling something. It's like that was
There's no contact on them. There's no contact.
There's a contact. Not there. He's back on his feet and ready to continue this encounter as well. Approaching the 89th minute encounter, which will regulation. Having a minute, 5 minutes time. Game end at 19. I'm looking like a famous victory for Arsenal over their dearest arch rival in Manchester United, looking like a shadow of the old glory days. That old glory is not looking like anytime soon.
Yeah, it looks like it's old. Maybe next 2-3 years, keep this manager supporting.
They even have a shot on target.
Let me see. I think they had the one the Raya saved. Yeah.
Anthony.
That should be the.
No. They have 2
on target.
Yeah, shot on target. 2 shot on. Remember?
The chance for Luton. With that beat, no corner kick. Still penalty for Manchester Arsenal.
It's a corner kick, not a penalty kick.
Straight into the 90th minute of the encounter. I think Trossard should have done better. There was no need coming back. First cut in, then they'll try and go for that collar, which will have been good. But always looking like a pro.
Yeah, it's a sports bet. We know what Jorginho
will be thrown in at the 90th minute of this encounter. And is on the counter.
Odegaard.
Martin Odegaard, after a spirited performance match for Arsenal in this encounter. Don't go to his name, where he has given Arsenal an all-round performance in this encounter. He will be going out and to be replaced by Jorginho, the Italian midfielder in this encounter. The Champions League winner with Chelsea, also rated the best player in the Champions League. Chelsea won it, and also a fantastic player on Arsenal with their dark arts situation.
Let's see if we can get another one. And this Declan Rice, one danger man with a corner kick. So this, you can see.
hit a third.
Oh!
Almost a third one from set piece. And every time Arsenal comes threatening from the set piece situation, it's always looking like it's going to be a goal for them. Yes, like I rightly predicted, it's 5 minutes and 4 minutes additional time. Yes, added by the referee there. Very sure he's ready to go. Bukayo Saka with the ball there, caught him well with the ball. Apart from the goals, it has really been a boring affair between Manchester United and Arsenal to me. Set pieces are just where we get those live accounts. Look at that. That would have been a wow. Yes, and that's so really happens in the end to the end of this account as we're straight into the first minute of additional time between Arsenal and Manchester United. Still Arsenal leading 2-0.
Yeah, so Arsenal leading 2-0 at the second minute of additional time already. It is at the Emirates Stadium. 2 goals from dead ball situation, corner kick. Two defenders getting the goals, but Arsenal won't mind. They'll get all 3 points in this encounter. It looked clumsy in the first half, but second half they came up with the dead ball situation, and now they are 2-0 up and coasting home to all 3 points in. So joint second they will be with Chelsea, but Chelsea will be I think goal difference will be the reason.
It should be +3.
Yeah.
I think just played 5-1. That is 4 goals. Arsenal leading 2-0. +2 for Chelsea.
+2, yeah.
Ahead
of I think Arsenal now. If you check the goal difference, that will be +16 for Chelsea, +14 for Arsenal right there. So a good one for the two teams going head on, trying to win their games. Now, elite test for Arsenal. Now they've survived it. The next one is for Chelsea. Going to, I think at home, was it? Is it at home?
It should be at home against
no, Sunday. I think it's away. I think it's at White Hart Lane at
because we're back into the counter is the 3rd minute of 4 minutes additional time. 1 more minute to play at the Emirates Stadium. 1 more minute before the Emirates Stadium go wide jubilation, because it's always a bragging right when Arsenal or one of the two get a by the other. Each long was a rivalry game sides. Manchester United back in possession. All they can get right now, isolation goal against Arsenal, straight into the top additional.
But I think that match will be away. Chelsea will be away.
Yeah, that's
and again, you know that this season, Chelsea have a very good away form. They've only lost 1 away match against. The rest they won it. So they have a very good away form.
That game is a trick.
But even when Chelsea was struggling last season, Chelsea went there and got all 3. One thing that worked for Chelsea is Chelsea has managed to get the result against teams that play high line. Brighton, I think Southampton, and now facing Tottenham. I think the teams that play high line are not so tough of it.
Right, then you can see Ruben Amorim.
Loss for Ruben Amorim as a Manchester United manager. Straight. Last set of seconds. This account 10 more seconds to go. Game between Arsenal and Manchester United. The famous victory for Arsenal. Victor right there at the Emirates Stadium. Let's see. This should be the last. And that is the final result at the Emirates Stadium. It ended Arsenal 2, Manchester United 0.
Yeah, Arsenal 2, Manchester United 0. So all matches except Aston Villa versus Brentford, just playing on added on time right now. So we've seen it. Arsenal won their match, Chelsea won, and Liverpool, the league leaders, drew their match today against Newcastle. So definitely there will be a lot of changes in the table. So guys, thanks for coming to the studio.
Yeah, thanks.
Yeah, so to our viewers, thanks for staying tuned with us. That's how far we can go for today. But don't forget to join us on Friday when we come with our Talk Sports show. Have a pleasant night rest.